So, whew, there we go. Play our tunes. Well, actually, just make sure. All right, we're good. We're good. There we go. Ooh. Uh, First, what's up, Taylor? Oh shit! Did you change your ad a little bit? It's Taylor. I like it. I like it. I like that. All right. We'll bowl up and stuff because I am exhausted. Yeah, the numbers are you. Yeah, it happened to me when I found out about the ad shit, and I had to get rid of it and make sure it was at least accurate to my channel name. Just ignore Husky. I would have been doing this a little sooner and shit, but I was just like, damn. I got home and I realized I forgot, some schmigs to mix in with wheats every so often. I was like, fuck, I kind of want that. I kind of need that a little bit. I tried to use the name on all my other socials, but of course it was taken. Damn. Unfortunately, that has to be the case, huh? Well, slow process of this. There we go. Alright. Ugh. Man, walking to the store and shit, getting back after already been there once was kind of annoying. And what's even more annoying, it wasn't even the same store. The one I went to closed because I got there like 5 minutes before it did. Then I realized I forgot a thing, and of course it's after that store closed. I'm just like, well, now I have a bigger adventure to deal with. Great. But alas, it's got solved, and it's been addressed, and now we chill. Ugh. Gotta get this bad boy going here. Actually, well, it's still kind of slow. I'll do this too while we're at it. Show it around a little bit. Go. There we go. There we go. Took a little longer than I wanted, but man. Alrighty. Get this loaded up. Get this going. Oh yeah. Ooh. Did you break or did I? No, it was me. I went to go share this around a little bit. Sharing in some discords and stuff. I usually do that like within the first couple minutes, if I can help it. Sometimes I just straight up forget because sometimes it just doesn't matter, but you know, it's nice to do that every so often. It's like content creator course subreddit uh, on TJ's like Nihilist Kingdom server. There's a few other ones. Tall fit Billy. Nice. A good old proper Billy. Lose your fucking mind. They bring Ghost Rider to the MCU. He'll do a good job at it this time. Well, he kind of already was in it. Are they basically just like what rebooting it? I can tell you this much: they probably won't. Just on the virtue that like the whole superhero fad is kind of like cape shit has kind of died off a little bit. Not even gonna lie. You have a soon-to-be wife today? Oh, you do? I did see that you had a big day today. Got engaged? Hell yeah. That is some awesome shit. Dude, one of my coworkers, he just got married, and he almost came into work, like, on one of those days off he had, celebrating, basically. Just basically shit-faced. They didn't because their friends were just like, yeah, nah, get us home. And all that shit, basically. Which, hey, that's cool as fuck. And they also were in a little neck of the woods and were going to bars that I like to go to and familiar with. I'm just like, oh shit, you go to those places? I'm like, fuck yeah. Like the next day though, when they did come into work when I was working, they were completely fucking hungover though. They were just like, yeah, I'm kind of just fucked right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll just do what I can. I'm like, don't worry about it. You sound like you had a blast. Especially like Quarter World and Space Room. Hell yeah. Eat Chinese food, drink Dr. Pepper. Hell yeah. Completely start from scratch. They're gonna come out with a movie supposedly 2028. I can tell that was literally voice to text so hard. It's the most literally obvious text, like voice to text I've ever seen. I hate when I get sweaty, these fucking sleeves just like crinkle up. I hate it. I wish for t-shirts they would make the sleeves just, like an inch longer. Like, like this fit of medium, but like the sleeves like the size of a large. Like that would actually be kind of nice. Mm. I kind of like Chinese food does sound pretty good right about now. But alas, there's none around. Plus, saving money for a show that's coming up, and what else? And a e-bike that I'm going to be getting next paycheck at least. I'm gonna at least see if I am able to. I'm pretty sure I can, because I'm just like, I'm dead ass getting sick of this. Like, oh, take one of these e-scooters. It's not that much when I do take one. It's only like maybe $5 at most at a time, maybe. And then there's like, taking the fucking bus, and that's like $2 and 80 cents, for a pass, or $5 or something, or it's like, what is it? Yeah, it's like $5.60 or some shit, for like an all day. So it's like that eats up and that adds up over time, and it's just like, ugh. Like, even my boss and I were doing kind of like, bro math about it, and it is probably collectively at most maybe like 50, like per paycheck basically. Or that could be like saved for other shit, like straight up. But luckily, I won't have to worry about that as much anymore soon. My God. A small pause. I gotta listen back from like 2018 for Chinese food and shit demon going around, but I chanced it. I mean, yeah, the shitty thing is with Sporia, whatever the hell, is that it's not just lettuce. I heard someone literally got infected from that from a fucking banana. Like, I mean, you never know, bro. At this point, if you don't hear from me again, I'm infected with shit demons. Frankly, even if I'm infected with it, I'd probably still stream, but I literally would just be like, alright, I'm running, I gotta go. Come back, smoke a bowl, hope let it cure whatever ailments I'm having, just be like, I gotta go again. Okay, maybe I wouldn't be able to, that'd just be too fucked. That'd be too miserable. I guess it depends if I can, like, muster it up and be like, alright, I'm not, like, dead, but I'm here. I mean, like, I don't know. It's kind of fucked too because in order to get like alternative sources for produce, you kind of have to just do it yourself or go to local farmers markets kind of shit. Because I mean, Taylor Farms, the main manufacturer that is having this issue, is literally just straight up like has a monopoly on this. Like when it comes to food production, they're not the only one, but they're pretty much like the top dog when it comes to like produce production and manufacturing. And like one thing that I have to always try to correct some people with this, like I even had to do it for my buddies, being like, no, that's not actually the issue here. Like and this is like legit part of it, where even Kyle Kalinske mentioned this, saying like the thing is the government's literally in bed, with Taylor Farms, which they and the CEO and the president of that company have vested interest in the Trump administration because they've donated to his campaign before. You can kind of see where this is going. So, of course, when something like this breaks out with that said company, it's a vested interest to kind of keep it down and shut it up and, pin to those that are like, well, why didn't they recall it and this and that? They should have sent it back. Oh. Basically putting the blame, onto those, to their consumers, even if they are legit other companies. Like, because they are also consumers, of that on a commercial level, of that produce, because they're basically also a part of that broader like middle like on that level. They're just a smaller level that brings it down to the direct consumer. I mean, so either way, it's ultimately at the fucking fault of Taylor Farms regardless, but the administration is covering their ass and is basically undermining it and saying, yeah, no, they solved the problem. Actually, it's not a really big deal. Oh, well, it actually kind of is, but it's not really on Taylor Farms, but it is, and this and that. Like, but it's actually not really a big deal. They're basically like obfuscating and essentially just like pitting the blame like on others while covering for Taylor Farms, and Taylor Farms is also like weirdly blaming the government with their overregulation slash their consumers. It's a weird fucking thing where like everyone but the real culprit's taking the blame here. That foodborne shit is so rough. I couldn't move. Yeah, when you get foodborne shit, it fucks you up bad. I got off work and seen your cheese fries, and it hit me so suddenly it threw up in my food. Oh damn. Yeah, I've had that happen before with me once. It was actually even before I went to go see Tool in Eugene with my buddy. We went to go see one of our old friends from high school, Colby, and then after we had lunch at this little like bar and grill spot outside Eugene, where he was at, like in his little area, right before we were about to leave, it just like fucking hit me out of nowhere, and I just literally looked at my friend Rip City. I'm like, I gotta be right back. Something hit me real quick, and of course, like I come out of it just a sweating mess, just like oh god, and pretty much everything I ate, including the beer I had with that, just all gone. just did not absorb in my body whatsoever. And literally that entire day and night was just me suffering. And the thing is, too, we still had most of the day before seeing Tool, so I had to literally just walk around and just suffer, sweat, and just like, fuck. I'm like, well, let's check out some stuff here. Let's check out this cool river, this park or something, but I'm not gonna lie, I won't be able to appreciate as much as I want to because I'm like, I'm just fucked right now, bruh. I mean, for what it was still a good time. I just wish it didn't fucking hit me then. It literally could have hit me like on the way back from the show, and that I wouldn't have cared. So say rip to blue collar, sound pretentious, just up. Let's be sick of it all. Lot, it's real lost me to see, and bless his family friends. Right on. I mean, that don't sound pretentious to me. I asked my mom to help me, and she said, "You're grown now. You gotta do it." Wow, some mom she was. Dude, even a mom, like even my mom would go out her way to try to help me if I was sick and miserable. She can't really anymore. If anything, it's the other way around usually these days. But if there's something that she could do, she'll do it. I have had her like calling to work for me, be like, "Put your mama fucking like blessings on it." I'm gonna call him first, but can you do it too, just in case? Just because I'm like, just pretend you're just a concerned mom and just making sure that I'm not going in or something. I don't care. Just blood. I mean, I'll do that. Just to basically have the insurance policy that, yeah, like, even if it's like, are you really sure? You try to get doctors to know. I'm like, bruh, I'm dying here, dude. Like, I can't get out of bed. Like, there's no way I'm going to the fucking hospital right now. Like, I mean, I could. But am I going to be start puking on a bus and all that? Yeah, no. You know what I mean? Like, ridiculous. Kids cat guy. It's the kid. It's the guy that is obsessed with my cap guy. Oh boy. Are we gonna start going off about hats again? Whoop. Boom. Where's the bedazzled cap? It's right there. I'm looking at it. I'm not gonna get up and get it though. It's just gonna be where it's at. Phlegm. Ugh. Phlegm butter. Gross. Now we're making more. I'm also surprised that burn I got last night from that torch did not really fuck up my fingers as much as I thought it did. I thought it was gonna be a big ass little bubble, but it's just this little, just a spot. Can't even feel it either, honestly. It doesn't even hurt. Like the most like nonchalant burn I think I've gotten ever. It's like, oh well, that's a thing. I don't even think this is hurting at all since I got it. Maybe that's just the curse of working with friars and stuff like that all the time. Huh? Kind of look like my friend's sister, but with a mustache, same way she look with a cap in hair. Huh? Okay. All right then. Hey, this chat's definitely very super active today, or tonight, whatever. Loving it. Because like this invigorating conversation about hats is, definitely stimulating the brain. YouTube's literally got like, here, you can add a Q&A sticker, and literally it's just like $2 donations per song request. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not even monetized, and it's like, here, do that or something. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, YouTube, you're drunk. Go home. Which, funny enough, actually, I'm now, last time I checked, 150 hours away from monetization. It's just slowly adding up. Which I dig. I dig that. Because to be fair, I'm also, like thinking it's not just, for the lives too, but it's also after the fact because they're public and everything. Like, it's counting that shit too. And probably just, watches from videos and stuff as well. So all that just adds up to the point where it's like, where where it just eventually collectively adds up. It's alcohol-free beer. Ew, no, definitely not. How do I get past YouTube's their copyright music on your stream bullshit? Wait, what? What do you mean? What, with like background music? It's because I'm talking over it for most of it. And also, it's like usually low enough to where it doesn't really register it that much. I mean, I will get like, some of them copyrighted in the sense that it will like give me the copyright claim, but it won't do anything with it. I'm not gonna lie, frankly, the only time I do get problems with that is when fucking Logan is playing his music. Which, I'm not gonna lie, like, once I start making money off this, I'm literally gonna be like, dude, you don't do that. I'm not going to get, any money from that. And the extra cheddar is not a bad thing, you know? I mean, if you do it, just play it where it's not near the mic at all. Like, at all. That makes sense on your end. Well, yeah, because it's, you can't just play it to play it. I mean, also a lot of the music I do play in the background is predominantly more obscure stuff, or at least music that when I first found it wasn't really as known. Maybe it's kind of gotten, more copyright since certain bands like the one playing now, Spirit World, have gotten more bigger. But it doesn't really make a major impact. I mean, I guarantee you, if I were to literally just let this play on its own, like a little radio, as a live, I guarantee you there will actually be like a couple songs on here that will get me dinged. In fact, I know there's at least a few of them, which ironically, I know a couple of them are like labor songs too, which is kind of ironic. But I just haven't gotten them off yet. Because once I am monetized, I am going to want to try to narrow my like broader background music playlist down a little bit. Just to make sure it's just not a problem. Yeah, like 5 bands come in. That's cool. Looks empty. It definitely isn't. It's not even like halfway empty, dog. I mean, I just cracked this like 20 minutes ago, dude. Twitch Zone channel. Right on. I'll have to check it out. I mean, you know me, Cass. I got a lot of my footage from bands I've seen on my live shows playlist. That's public. So if anyone ever wants to check out any of the bands I've seen live, or at least, especially want to check out some new stuff, it's always out there and available. I need to honestly, especially for the show coming up, for every show, frankly, I need to seriously go back on my phone and just start deleting like old videos that I just know I'm not uploading. Or at least see if I can get them on my like Google like cloud thing or whatever. So then I could just take it off my phone, but I still like have it, like something like that, because it's just like oof. Just was my next one. I'm gonna see about trying to go to that. I still haven't like confirmed it, but I'm also gonna try to get the 14th, 15th, and 16th off. But then, or no, the 15th to 16th and the 17th. My bad. And then, but it's just like, if I'm getting the 15th to the 17th off and then having the 12th, it's like, do I just say fucking and take the week off? Nah, I'm just gonna be like, hey, just have my weekend, for that week. I'm gonna have to check the calendar actually, because let me do that. Where's that live phone? Where I put that? I always like to just move in random spots because that's just how I roll. Yeah, there you are. Yeah. It's probably dead though, isn't it? Yep. Fuck. Erg. Well, I guess I'll just have to let it charge for a minute. Because I'm not going to stop the stream just to look at a fucking calendar. I can just look at that eventually. Once it turns on. But honestly, I'm not going to lie, when I did get the day off that I did have for this week. I don't even know why I did it though, because I got lucky and did find a show I can go to, but also found it's the main headliner 6 Feet Under. As a band I want to see is Cataclysm. I've seen them once with their Of Ghosts and Gods tour, and that was like back in 2015. That's like 11 years ago. I haven't seen them in that long. Actually, I got live footage of that band way back in my live shows playlist. If you go back to like sort of to oldest to newest, like I think it's like some of the first some of the first shit that I've uploaded. And but I also found out 6 Feet Under has the former band member of Cannibal Corpse. What was his name? Like Chris Barnes or some shit. And I heard he's also kind of like a pretentious dude and also isn't really good as his vocalist. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, okay. I'll stick around for a little bit of their set, but if it sucks, I'm out. So, like, I won't say that much. I might do that. I've heard some things, and I didn't realize that up until I, like, looked up the shows. I was like, oh, Cataclysm? Okay. Wait, oh, they're co-headline with, I'm like, oh. I'm like, okay, so I'm sitting here like, well, I got the day off now. I didn't really mean to have that specific day, but fuck it, I guess. Reballing. Mole's fire. Well, it's kind of funny because it's not yet a mullet. That will change eventually, but that has not happened yet. Doc got the freedom. My work is fucked the next 2 weeks. MC, goddamn. Check out my band, Elia Rage. What's the genre, or like what's that all about? Just out of curiosity. We're gonna play some all tonight for Lou and the Big Slam Pit in the Sky. Their songs more like anthems. They're the best, most consistent band that helped start the NYHC. Nice. Metal. The Witching on YouTube. Sounds like I got a couple things to look up here pretty soon once my Wi-Fi phone charges up enough. I need to wait for it to charge more than 1%. 12 studio albums. That's pretty cool. Apparently, the dude who was supposed to cover for me might have been deported to fucking Yemen. Not confirmed, but those are the rumors. He's a cool guy. Also, so that hell sucks that he disappeared. Wow, dude. What the fuck? Wow. Man, fuck ICE. Oh, you're from Yemen, hmm? Well, you're brown, so fuck you. Now my shift is down 2 people for some of the time. Wow, that's fucked. What's up, Rose? How you doing? It's been a minute. I like my ice crushed. I like my ice nice crushed in a nice cold iced tea, on a hot summer day where it nicely melts in that sweet tea and helps kind of blend it down a little bit, you know what I mean? I just told the guys to cancel everything on those days, lol. Damn. Brutal. Listen to which and you'll dig it. Well, hey, if anything, I'll legitimately probably add it to my playlist that I have going on right now. Because I can't really play anything because it's on the phone I'm streaming from right now, so I can't, unless I just stopped my app on YouTube and then checked it out and then came back. Like, but that's yeah. It'd be better if there was YouTube seriously needs to fix this, where it's like, hey, if I want to, I can go be on YouTube, still stream like I'm on a corner, like I'm up here or something. And there's like a little chat bubble where I can click that, and then it pops the chat up. not just for like me, but for you guys too. And then, from there, we can, I don't know, react to stuff sometimes. And then like depending how I want to have it set up, I can have it play like as regular audio for you guys, or I could play it for here or whatever. Like I could probably, if YouTube had a way to do that, we could even doing this shit at least do some bare minimal React stuff. It'd be a little interesting, but I think it'd be fun. But no, you basically just have to have your own like desktop set for that. Or Streamlabs, but Streamlabs doesn't like to work on this shit either because it's not very fun with mobile. You toured of Metal Church of Wargasm? Weirdly enough, I think my friend might have seen you live. Did you ever tour in Portland before? In the West Coast, Oregon? Because I know my friend has seen Metal Church and Wargasm together. Was that recent or? Absolutely. All right. Well, was that a recent tour you're talking about? Like, because I know I think it was like what last year that he saw him live. And if I wasn't like out of a job at that time, I would have gone because I think that might have been the show, unless there was another time that Metal Church toured with Wargasm. A while ago. So probably not the tour I'm talking about. Hmm. Well, shit. Honestly, weirdly enough, since hey, you've popped in, if you want, you can subscribe and pop in. But if you and your band ever happen to come tour in Portland, whether as an opener or just trying to do your own little main headline or co-headline with another band that's kind of like a local thing or some shit, I guarantee you that we'll love that shit. Ari sub, hell yeah. I think you'll like it because I'm a very local, music scene kind of guy. I love, communities around shit like that, and including connecting that shit, from different places. Because, like, for example, with ska, which is the big thing I'm into, like ska punk and shit like that, or even like thrasher metal shit, and hardcore as well, there's a lot of overlap with all these things. Where it's just like, I mean, yeah, like I always have loved that virtue that there's just been such a solidary connection musically with all this type of stuff. Where I'm friends with this band Los Monoblados, which is a skacore band, which I think you all would probably enjoy as well. And they have told me about all sorts of different bands, all sorts of different festivals, places, all sorts of shit. And it's like, and skacore is literally just like ska and punk, but mixed with like kind of thrashy metal stuff and like heavy metal shit. I'm just like, oh, that was my first exposure to skacore specifically, and I was like, this genre is awesome. And there's more bands like Chinche Belenches, which also is it's a LA based skacore band, and they're fucking really awesome. They got a fucking solid set. Keep metal alive, damn right. Metal ain't dead, punk's not dead. That shit always lives. I see. Cool's up. I Nine Problems by Body Count is way better than JC covering it with his lyrics and made a hit out of it. I see from Venice Age scene. Dude, fucking Body Count goes so hard. You can never go wrong with some good old Body Count. And I love that they're still fucking rocking and kicking out their shit, man. I just love it when you got like these people out here that have just stayed true to the scene all these years, still kicking ass, maintaining that shit, and maybe have like evolved, maybe certain elements of music or this or that or their broader philosophy, but have pretty much have always been consistent. If anything, what they do is more relevant than ever. I mean, honestly, that's why I especially love about like punk metal and shit like that overall. Like when it comes to these type of like underground based type of scenes. I mean, arguably even like hip hop and rap is starting to like have a very big blend in this shit too. Where like I mean, I'll straight up listen to like some solid like kind of dark psychedelic ass rap like Damage or Flatbush Zombies, you know. Like, there's all sorts of, like, you know, rap artists that kind of will blend some, like, kind of dark-esque elements, you know, that, you know, might be kind of more common with other genres, but not so much there. But really make a good overlap to the point where now, every so often, they'll, like, throw in some, like, really some heavy shit occasionally. I mean, Bomb Villain is another really good, you know, artist from England that does shit like that. He's a hip hop artist, but he also does punk, and he blends that shit all the time. And sometimes he'll just do straight up alt rock shit too, occasionally, or kind of like, you know, maybe leaning towards like kind of metal-ish stuff sometimes. We're gonna check out The Witch and go from there. Just wait for this stupid bitch to charge. All right, it's at 2%. I think you can make it work. Because then I have to turn the Wi-Fi hotspot on and all that shit. And I'll just let this thing. It's best to not just let it sit and just don't fuck with it. But yeah, you know, tune back around, Boss Bill. Sound like a badass kind of dude. And if your band comes through Portland, I'm definitely checking y'all out. You better find me in the stage, you know, or in the pit and be like, this motherfucker. Be on the mic in between sets and like, also I just want to shout this motherfucker in the pit because, you know, he discovered us, you know, through me I finding him through live streaming this motherfucker, bro. I'm kidding, don't do that, but I actually would be like, I would probably in the moment just like, yeah, bitch, but I'd also be like, uh-oh. I'm gonna have so many weird ass motherfuckers popping in here now. Not like I don't already have, you know, but who knows? Who knows, man? Alright, this thing is now up. Now I just gotta do it. Just kind of let it slowly load. Also, I remember I want to look at the calendar. I don't need a Wi-Fi for the calendar. That should just be pretty simple and self-explanatory. Where is there a calendar on this fucking thing? There it is. All right, let's see. So, oh, okay. Weird. So, I do have Wednesday off already, which is the 12th of August for Jess Wells. I could do that. Okay, I'm just gonna ask my boss to just switch Monday or Tuesday with the 15th and just make sure I have 16th and 17th off. So basically, okay, that actually works. I'm looking at the dates now. That actually works like solid as fuck. I can easily make that work. But turn this mobile Wi-Fi hotspot to find this band here. What was the band name again? I need to double check on that one. It's The Witching and something. Oh, I know I did kind of miss a few comments here. I like my ice thrown and wood chipper while begs for mercy. I do too in Minecraft sometimes, you know, but an ice block can't necessarily do that, right? Okay, so what was it? Malaya Rage. Okay, there we go. Alright, come on, Hotspot. Do your thing. Or did it just be like, oh, hell no, fam? I think... Oh, wait, no. I didn't use all of it. Oh, here we go. Well, I already like it. Dude, this is literally right up my fucking alley. That song sounds vaguely familiar. It's called "The Witching" by Malaya Rage. I think, was it the bassist or who was it? He didn't even say. He just said my bands. But actually, this song weirdly does sound vaguely familiar. You are right. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, actually have heard it before, but I don't quite know yet. But I'm already into it, so I'm saving this shit. That's pretty much like already what I'm gonna be doing. I played in the Worms. We're more oi punk reggae with Boston's influence. Nice. Punch your cones and talk shit for the most part. Okay. Oh, that's why it was being weird. It stopped that song because I was playing that. There we go. Oh, here. I can also check out the Discord on here. So I know Rose sent something too. Alright, what was it? Where'd it go? There it is. What are these? Bake shop? Oh, are these like cookie cutters? Call them ballings cones? Nope. I don't. We catch up on TBR4 and Dark stuff. Currently, I'm on a book of the Birch Sisters, which is written by an acquaintance of mine. It's geared more for kids, but it's pretty solid. Nice. They're baking molds. Oh, baking molds. Nice. Against All Authority, though, was Scottcore. They're insane. Oh, dude, I wish I could have seen them. I tried to get that day off for work, but I couldn't, so I wasn't able to see him live. But my roommate and his girlfriend went to see him live not that long ago. And that's like in consolidation to give me a pin, for not being able to check it out. I got on my other hat. What do you call him? Just a bonk. I know the Australians call him Billy. Take a rip off Billy, eh? Hi, mate. Go and take a rip off the Billy, eh, cunt? They were looking when I grew up. They were super awesome, for sure. Oh, I bet. And hopefully, the next time they come by for Portland, I get a chance to see them live. Same with Safe Ferris and Piano Protest. Like, there's a few bands that I just wasn't able to fucking, like, get to and see live. Bill the Fridge can't go to Australia because everyone wants to take a rip off of him. Well, why do you think he's been losing weight? Because everyone's taking rips off of him. I need this shit support me. I'm laying back. There we go. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that feels better. That feels nice. I need to, like, honestly stretch this bitch. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. That was good. Holy shit. Oh. God damn. Hey. Hey, what's up? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Going for a rip out of Garn shed off the Billy Mate. A card. What? What in the Boomhauer? So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go out and rip garden, I'll shit, get all Billy, man. I'll tell you what, man. I'll make my shit on, man. I think Choking Victim and Leftover Crack were total AAA ripoffs, but more successful. I mean, maybe. I like me some Leftover Crack. Which is weird because I kind of listened to them for a little bit, fell off, forgot they were a thing, and then their newer song, White Gill Atrocity Quilt, came out, and then I was like, oh fuck, these guys. And then I was like, oh hell yeah, dude. This shit's amazing, and I kind of like rediscovered them, and I was like, yes. Had to make sure, that I saved it on my playlist and stuff. Kill Strive's also a good album. It is. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like my favorite, but yeah, it's at least yeah. I don't know. It's up there. Gotta say one breath like Boomhauer. That's the thick Aussie accent. Well, Boomhauer ain't an Aussie though. He's all down goddamn Boomhauer, man. To tell you what, man. I ain't no Oz, man. So shit, man. I ain't no goddamn Oz. Some kangaroo hunting, some weird jaguar, whatever, man. I'll tell you, man. I'm just all Boomhauer, man. All right, man. I think the bit died a little bit. I think we're killing the bit. I think the bit died. Due to called Bates Motel. Really solid tune. Really good salt tune. Nice. And I definitely can't wait to start kind of like getting more creative in the music scene a little bit more because I just need to at least what I want to do before I restring my acoustic. I kind of want to make a song like for my old house before it's totally like all sold off and all that shit. Because not like completed yet, but it's pretty much in the process of that. And I kind of want to like record a song, just one, with that guitar while it's still in its weird little like broken string tuning where a few strings are missing. And then from there, also, maybe even do like a live recording thing where I'm just playing that song in like the middle, in the backyard or something like that, or at least record it in the house, but also at least maybe record like me playing the song in different spots and then make like a little video out of it, like a little music video or something. After that, I want to at least eventually explore just like kind of labor folk slash folk punk stuff. Just to really kind of get myself back into the groove and also get into the basics of like strumming and playing guitar and also being able to like sing at the same time. That's something I have not been able to really do. I have been kind of able to do it like once or twice ever. So I'm thinking I can actually, and I've already thought about like some training ideas, to kind of, get myself better with it. I can just play a chord, just strum that, just keep that basic strum, jung, the jung, the jung, the jung, something like that, and then just go, I am singing something while, and just literally concoct whatever's in my mind, singing stuff to make sure I do this right and I ain't putting a fight or something, and just like keeping in the tune of that strum and just and until I can just keep doing that without fail, then eventually start switching chords around a little bit. But start off of like doing two chords at once, then three, and then eventually learn a song at least, or at least have a song I do know, but then at least start learning the lyrics and trying to at least like, yeah, at first read them while playing, and then eventually just being able to know it by heart and just start doing that. Because honestly, I mean, I know for sure that I'm not going to be able to just do it just trying. I'm going to need to practice it. Like sometimes, if you just like tried enough, you could just do it. Some people can be pretty naturally inclined in certain ways like that, but for certain shit, I know I'm not. And that is definitely not it. Is it bigoted when I hear the word poacher? The first image that pops in my head is some burly Aussie with insanely thick accent, wears cargo shorts and sleeveless open cargo shirt, insanely mounted chest hair, and a absurdly large Bowie knife. Not necessarily, but I also think about like those rich white Anglo-Saxon American types that like retired in Florida that want to go hunt a giraffe to have as like a headpiece or whatever the fuck, or like a lion. Like, remember those dentists that went out like doing African safaris hunting animals, and they're just like, "Yeah, we do it because it's fun. Fuck you guys." That was like a decade ago or some shit, but pretty much everybody fucking wanted to just like vilifiably like slaughter them in the public space in the public square. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I don't know about that, guys. Yeah, you're all certainly on the wrong side of history of that shit. I'm pretty sure their business failed and like went bankrupt and shit. I hope they've been suffering since. Vico Ruggiero is a great person to look into. He's awesome. He's an organ player and a singer for the Slackers. Oh, I've seen him before. I've seen the Slackers live. Yeah, I love the Slackers. They're fucking awesome. I mean, I haven't like met him, but I have seen him, before and shit. Yeah, I love his singing, dude. He's fucking great. What was weird though, that and I never seen this at a ska show, especially one that's so chill like that, where we're all just trying to have fun dancing around. There was a fucking fight right in the front of the stage that happened where they literally stopped shows like, hey, we're about fucking love here. You get the fuck out of that shit. We're not playing until you get that energy out of here. And then security immediately got both of them while they're both like, fuck you. And the other dude's like, well, fuck you, man. Security even looked at him and it's like, stop, or we're taking you out too. We saw you're not, but stop. And he just kind of did this, like, my bad. And he looked at them, it's like, I'm sorry. And it's like, you're fine. But he has bad energy. We're about love here. We don't want that. I kind of vaguely looked up and I did see him do like something like that as like kind of a thank you gesture kind of thing. And then they just restarted the song and just, the show just went on from there. But I was kind of like, what the fuck? Like, how? And it's like literally like a laid back ass song, and then like that happened. Like, what the hell happened? Like, honestly, I don't know the details. I just saw that. I was like, okay. I could kind of get a hint of what was being said back and forth just based off of like body language, but I was just like, what the fuck? I expect that at like metal shows and like ska core and like other heavier shit, but not like a Slackers set. I think they were co-headlining for Safe Ferris, I think, if I remember correctly. Which even then, it's like it just doesn't make sense. How? Why even? Like, yeah, they're my favorite band as in Dolan Calmer. Oh yeah. Sometimes you just need some nice calm stuff occasionally. Even for me that loves heavy shit, like you just need some chill shit. That's also kind of why I like ska, because I mean, it can still be high energy, but also be chill. And also, a lot of times, it is just straight chill, where it leans in more of the reggae more so than the punk roots. Did you watch Steve Urkel? Oh yeah, that dude who helps animals. Oh yeah, why are you so evil? 'Cause fuck you all. Honestly, a good test of one's character. Even if they didn't grow up with Steve Irwin, is if they like Steve Irwin or not. I don't know about Gen Alpha though. They're probably going to be the first generation where they're going to be like, who? Huh? So I guess we're going to have to eventually kind of grant a little bit of just lack of realizing who he is. But for anyone, obviously our age and older, if you don't like Steve Irwin, you're a piece of shit. Like I don't even need to know anything else about you to know that you're a shithead. Like I mean, Steve Irwin, like I literally can't think of anything possible that's negative about him. Like legitimately. Like even in a neutral sense, like I mean, like even outside of like, his animal activism and awareness and shit, he had a lot of really good shit to say, about various different things, including when it comes to like ecology, the economy and stuff. Like he was no expert inherently on other issues, but he can at least, extrapolate from his interests and what he has and seeing the consequences, especially when it came to things like climate change, especially back then. I mean, and say, yeah, I can understand that things like money and lack of regulation and the lack of protection of our environment is a problem. And he'd be rolling over he's rolling over his grave 8,000 times over, knowing what humanity would look like right now and what the fucking, these people are doing, especially these data centers. I mean, but Navy SEAL at the same time. I don't think like literally a Navy SEAL. Like I don't. Did he serve in the Australian Armed Forces? No. I mean, he didn't. So talking figuratively. I mean, I don't know much about his early life. I mean, for all I know, he probably did for a period of time. I don't fucking know. I just knew of him, doing his zoology shit with his wife Terry and his show, The Crocodile Hunter, and all that. Like, I knew him, for that, and for his like, work he did with all that shit. Like his, animal conservation work, and all that. Like, I knew him from that. I didn't know what he was doing before then. I mean, from what I'm reading up, it seems like he pretty much is literally has always in his entire life been about this. Irwin developed an early interest in reptiles, particularly venomous snakes and lizards, often collected them despite his father's advice. On one occasion, he reportedly bought a red-bellied black snake home, uh, brought a red-bellied black snake home on a public bus, transported it in the driver's esky. A portable cooler? What the fuck? He moved with his parents as a child to the Sunshine Coast, Queensland, where he attended the last of uh, this also explains some of it. Irwin described his father as a wildlife expert interested in herpetology, while his mother, Lynn, was a wildlife rehabilitator. That's starting to kind of explain a lot why he pretty much his entire life was about this. His parents were. And they also started the small Queensland Reptile and Fauna Park where Steve Irwin grew up around crocodiles and other reptiles. Irwin was involved in the park in a number of ways, from her life, including daily animal feeding as well as care and maintenance activities. On his 6th birthday, he was given a 12-foot scrub python. He began handling crocodiles at the age of 9, after his father had educated him on reptiles from an early age. He was literally just born for this. He literally was melded, born, and raised in the clay of protecting the earth and handling animals and reptiles, dude. He was literally just born doing it, dude. Literally, thanks to his parents. That's fucking cool as shit. That just makes me respect his like whole family now, honestly. without like Bob and Lynn Irwin, without them, Steve wouldn't be who he would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, now I have massive respect for just his family, and the fact that Terry's still out there doing her thing. His son and daughter, I think, are still out there doing their shit, and also his son. I'm not gonna lie, is kind of he's a little bit of a hottie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry to say. I'm bisexual. I can kind of say that, but I don't know if he is or not. So hey, I can look from a distance and respect, but yeah, if he's gay or bi, though, I'm like, he's like what, slightly older than me? How old is he? Yeah, how old is Robert? Okay, he's 22. I thought he was at least a little like around my age. He's seriously 22? What? I thought he was like 24 or 25. I okay, I'm actually a little surprised. I thought he was literally like a couple years younger, not like 6. His son's Dancing with the Stars and shit. Really? He's in that? Oh man, that kind of I don't really have as much respect for that. Isn't like some MAGA motherfucker in Dancing in the Stars now or some shit like a former Trump administrative fuck or something? Dude, that kind of actually does kind of make me feel like that's kind of a little loss of respect. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm, he won in the 34th season, with professional dancer Whitney Carson in 2026. Wait, so it and he hosted a spinoff program, Dancing with the Stars, the Next Pro. No, dude, what are you doing, dog? Your dad is not there to guide you. Oh no. Uh, bruh, bruh, bruh. That's what made Steph Curry's first stingray, but a lesson: don't pull out a knife. Well, Steve never did. In fact, also Steve Irwin has always mentioned if I died because an animal killed me, it's because it was my fault. And the thing is, what happened was is the stingray legitimately did get spooked, and it happened to sting him. And the thing is, he probably would have survived it, but it literally pierced his heart. It just happened to be the right place, basically, when it happened to hit him. I mean, it's an unfortunate circumstance, but like even he recognizes that, yeah, that was probably my fault. And maybe in that moment, it's like, I mean, you probably even realize knowing that, like, well, I'm doing what I'm loving, but oh shit, I scared this poor creature. Well, oh, well, I'm dying now. Oh, well, I did what I loved. Too bad I startled her or him or whatever. Too bad I startled this creature while I'm doing that. You probably, like, honestly, like, he was such an empath. Like, I guarantee you probably was. Well, I can't guarantee, but, I'm pretty sure that was something he was probably thinking about when it happened, And shit, it impacted me, frankly. He pulled that stinger, he would have survived. Well, the thing is, I remember the video. Like, it was on the news. Like, it was a major thing. It didn't look like he pulled out anything, man. It looked like he just went, oh, and then just start kind of like shocked, and your heart hit, like you're literally like shocked, frozen, like now probably ingested water. Like he literally was in like a moment of shock of like it floating away at that point with blood spewing in the sea at that rate. Like, I mean, I don't think there's going to be much coming back from that. I mean, maybe probably to being like, oh fuck, pulled it out, but it, who knows? Either way, like, I mean, it was for me, especially growing up with him so much. It was a traumatic thing, knowing and seeing that happen. It was, it was rough. Because, dude, he's like a massive influence on my life. And so much, where I've still to this day, I'm very much a very animal curious person. Like, I go everywhere, and if I see a critter, I'm like, what's that? Let me look at this whole thing. Can I potentially even grab it, and be like, look at it, guys. Look what I have. And just let it chill and hold on to it kind of thing. I mean, I'm just like, I mean, and I definitely have like, a little bit of a natural hand in that in a way. And I would, and hey, if it's a possibility, I'd love to get into that shit. I know there's opportunities within the Oregon Zoo potentially.
Yeah, that's Billy. He was the piece of shit that killed Steve.
Oh, dude, yeah, probably, probably not though. You just got fucking Billy out there being like,
Hey man, I was doing self-defense. Don't kill me.
Stinger was plugged, but yanked it out, not knowing it pierces hard. I mean, even if I mean, like, you're not gonna know that, in the immediate like pain and shit, right? Like, if it happened to me, I wouldn't have known. But at the same time, too, if it pierced your heart, you're still kind of good as dead. I mean, even if that was still plugged and still in there, especially with the heart beating, it's just going to literally create more damage, and so it's kind of a done deal, regardless. Maybe you would have survived longer, but probably not. Do you remember when Bill Maher wore the Steve Irwin costume? I don't, but fuck him even more because of that, because he's a reprehensible, rapacious piece of shit. I'm Bill Maher. The Democrats are so full of I can't even handle an actual Trump now. I'm basically just left and left because the left left me. Fucking worthless cocksucking piece of shit. I fucking hate Bill. Why did you remind me that he existed? Ugh. Fucking worthless piece of cock shit eating fuck. That would be wild if someone was like,
Steve Irwin sends his regards, Bill. What the fuck are you?
just gets just stabbed and dies in the corner. Uncorked a wound. I mean, I'm not trying to get into the analysis on how he died, dude. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter. I was just mostly, I'm referring to the initial point about, like, when it comes to how he felt about, like, when it comes to being harmed by an animal. Yeah, clean death, too. I mean, either way, it's what happened happened. Because I remember his Steve Irwin cosplay just now, and it was right after he died with Stinger and everything. Wow. What a piece of shit. Wow, he was really showing his colors even then. What a fucking ugh. Oh man, just if I could just have the one day I could just slap Bill Maher right in the kisser. Oh my god, I will be so happy. Straight up, dude. Fuck him.
Oh my god, the radical left just wants to talk about violence. This is why you need to be above the fray and just basically just stop being a fascist. I'm a bit more.
Fucking little rotting gangrenous cock. Ugh. Gross. Time for Billy Bait. It was. It was indeed. Hello, mate. Hello, mate. Hello, mate. Hello, mate. I joined you. Good. Das ist gut. You should join me for the slow but eventual. You know what? We need to. Once I. Okay, this is going to be kind of difficult, but I want to do like a. Like, watch hour, like, kind of party thing a little bit at one point. Because it's going to be coming up. Like, I've had 150 watch hours left until I get monetized, so I'm basically like, alright. I know within, like, sometime next week I'm hitting that mark. So, what should we do for that? The monetization aspect of everything will come later. I know there's going to be a process of all that, and it's still going to take a while for all the numbers to add up anyway. But I just have to kind of, like, speculate and collectively think in my mind, like, what's the approximate, and go from there. And then, and basically be like, all right, this stream should be the one where, we're past, our goal kind of thing. Smoking out in one stream? No. Literally no. I'll get like a bottle. Maybe we can do something like that. Like I can have my Cash App pinned, which speaking of, it already is down there if you want to send a little love. But, like maybe for every $5 I take a shot. Who do y'all hate? Irrationally hate that's famous. I hate JoJo. Wait, JoJo? Who's JoJo? Wait, who? I'll be here for that. Well, I don't know exactly when it's going to happen. I just kind of have to, like, see when YouTube updates, like, how many watch hours I have left. And if it's down to, like, 20 or something, the next stream or the stream after that stream that I see that is basically going to be that. So it'll be sometime around then, I think. Because I know for a fact it's not going to be necessarily soon, but I'm kind of engaged in it. It's about, like, between 150 to 200 hours every time it updates when I do these. So that's, well, good. And also that means that potentially the next time it updates, I'll either be really close to that or I probably have already passed it. And if I pass it, then we'll just have a celebration stream being like, we did it, and that's it. But if it's like literally like 20 hours left and we'll just be like, all right, we're just share this to everybody. We're just having a time. We're having fun. Maybe we'll do a Q&A as well and some shit. Ryan Reynolds, I don't trust him. Who do I irrationally? At least that's like ultimately like very big. I don't know. I just don't really stoop to that level. I mean, Elon Musk, I guess. Trump, pretty much like anyone in his cabinet, like Peter Thiel, Richard, like that fucking, Steve Miller dude. Like, I mean, that's the only people. That's all I can think of. But it's self-explanatory, to be honest. That'll be rational hatred for like. Well, that's the problem. Fuck.
I have reasons that I just like hate somebody, or at least just immensely don't like them. Though that's the problem. I can't really think of anyone. I'm like, fuck you. I just don't like you. There's something about you, bitch. I just don't got that. I'm trying to think here. I can't. I don't think I got one. Every I always will have an actual reason and explanation for something here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't got. I ain't got that dog in me. Why ice out? Because I don't like a Gestapo, fucking running rampant, doing abhorrently illegal shit, especially to American citizens, including killing them and extrajudicially executing them in the streets and shit. Stuff like that. You know, to the point where even some people on the right and conservatives are, starting to be against this shit. Especially if there's more recent killings that happened. The kind of people that would have snitched on Anne Frank, I swear. Yeah, they literally would have. Yeah, there's a Jew up there, actually. You want to get her? Yeah, she's 14. You can do whatever you want with her. Yeah, they literally are these fucking people, man. I'm sorry, but this is just straight up. It's like, I mean, you're no better than the actual fucking Nazis of the time. Like, just straight the fuck up. There were indigenous Americans, Native Americans who, for generations before the colonists have shown up in this fucking land, are now being detained, and and they are now being detained and fucking going to who fuck knows where. Indigenous Americans, there's videos of the shit where they're protesting, or maybe they're just out there doing a thing, but then they're being detained or gaffled up by ICE because they just happen to have a certain brown color of skin. Looks a little too close to a potential migrant. We don't want none of that around here. Huh? It's like, man, and they also literally would justify the SS or the Gestapo just executing someone on the street because, well, they should have been following their orders, man. It's consequence, bro. Should have just followed the orders of the Nazis, man. They told you shouldn't have done that, and you did, and then that's what happens. You just get shot, bro. Follow the law, bro. Yeah. Oh, very much so. I don't exactly remember his name, but I've even mentioned it on stream when there was a few far right trolls in here one point, a few streams back. Because it's like, why is this agency that's supposed to be upholding the law and orders supposedly, even though they're pretty much the exact opposite of such, and including on top of that, allowing people without any proper background or credential to be in this in that form of law enforcement, and yet let's literally have someone with actual overt like unequivocal actual violent tendencies to the point where it was damn near like kind of deadly shits at points with how aggressively violent this motherfucker was and how unhinged he was. And on top of that, to the point where he even had like violent suicidal tendencies a few different times as well. And yet he was still able to have guns. He was still able to be walking around free and shit. And obviously join fucking ICE. And that's, I don't know, definitely not a civilized nation. That's not a nation of laws. And that's not a nation of order. That's a nation of degeneracy, savagery. That's a nation of fucking barbarism. And these fucking Nazis want to tell me they're about law and order. Go fuck yourself. You actual savage, violent, monkey motherfuckers. Superior race my ass, you pieces of shit. Actual dog water motherfuckers. I'm glad she did, but I worry about her. I mean, I kind of feel like she will probably be okay. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that, I don't know. I kind of on two positions. I mean, it's one thing where you have to like outright, overtly say like, hey, we need to have our voice said. Our voice needs to be heard. We can't be fearful anymore. But at the same time, it's like, man, your, safety could be at risk. Oh, wants to be honest, I'll give you a so you find someone in America that claims to agree or proclaim Nazi. Yeah, I probably can. They might not literally call themselves a Nazi, but it's like, hey, if it walks like a duck, it flies like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. The same thing goes when it comes to these fascists, too. And yeah, like, ICE is acting like a Nazi, like Gestapo. If you're an ICE agent and work for ICE, you're no better than a fucking Nazi. You might as well be just an outright fucking neo-Nazi. On a certain rate, it doesn't matter if you inherently have to believe every tiny little fucking foundation of this shit. If you're working and being in bed with them, and willing to be complicit with the actions of their overt, policies and what's being advocated for, then yeah, you're no better than them. And that includes liberals too, especially when it comes to like the Democratic establishment who are willing to go after their left flank and critique them, but not the fascists. At that point, that basically is saying that, oh well, we're pretty much willing to be fascists because fuck the left. It's called it's literally the scratch liberal fascist bleeds in action. What are you so fake? Oh, get the fuck out of here. What? Just open the door. What's up?
Been knocking for a while.
I had to
I
get.
just hear you talking about these Nazi monkey fuckers. So, what are your days off this week?
Tomorrow, Tuesday.
Okay. It's not going to be very hot. So there's no reason to go to river. Are you going to be picking up shifts? What's going on?
Well, Wednesday because I have the 31st off because I'm doing something that day.
What? You're picking up a shift Wednesday?
No, I have one switched because I have a day off on Thursday because I'm doing something that day. Going to a show that day.
On Thursday?
Or a Friday, the 31st.
You're going to a show on Friday?
Yes.
So you have Thursday off also?
No, I have Monday and Tuesday and then Friday.
You don't have Wednesday off?
No.
Okay. So you're taking off Friday?
That I already do have that off.
Okay,
yeah.
I don't. Okay. So you have Monday, Tuesday, and Friday off?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to wake up. My plan is wake up at around 11. I'm not going to wake you up right away. I'm going to hit the post office and do a couple things. But when I get back, I'm going to start working on this fucking house. Whitney,
that was already kind of my.
Whitney was literally like, Whitney wants to do it for us.
Well, I wanted. Well, hold on.
She's like, it's bad. You guys need to do something.
Well, I want to.
It's embarrassing.
Well, I also want to add to that too because I wanted to do something for Tuesday as well. But I just want to put a pin on that for at least.
With like house stuff.
Yeah, because I need to at least have like a drawer or two that I know that I can at least get some clothes in and shit.
You have a dresser at your house that you're trying to bring over here. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that works.
At least or at least a couple things, so I know I can at least
Okay.
Yeah, because I need to get my clean clothes at least at a spot where I can't just hang them up, and all that, you know what I mean?
And then,
stuff like that.
Rent isn't due till next week, too. We got to eventually.
Oh, I already do at least add the $500. I need to get $400 for you too as well because I just haven't done it yet. But yeah, because I know it's it's $700 for rent and the rest of it's for like utility and other shit. So
that would be, I believe, a little more than you actually, she'd be paying me off a little bit too. I'll have to do the math, but I'm pretty sure it's more than I would need for
Okay.
utilities
Well.
and stuff. All right, that works. But yeah, let's.
Okay. Well,
work on this.
I think we're kind of on a similar page
Let's-
already.
I
As
just,
it.
I just want to
Okay.
do that before it got too late.
For sure. I think we're on the same page.
'Cause
about
I'm
shit,
probably
so.
gonna food coma in a little bit. I'm about to eat and probably.
For
pass
sure.
out.
Yeah, I get you. But yeah, I think we're on the same
Just
page.
walk the
about
dogs and such, and
shit. Nice.
yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm doing all right.
Right on.
All right. Yeah, cause it's bad. It's embarrassing, bro. She's literally like, "Let me just do it for you. Let me come clean your house and like do everything for you." I'm
It's her mom
"Oh."
coming out so hard.
I know she was drunk, and I know she doesn't have time to do it, but it's still she
And also,
wants to do it that
She
bad.
does have like so many of like I'm just gonna be very blunt when she's drunk,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
but then just
But it's good.
most-
I'd rather be honest.
True, but also it feels like most of the time
She's
it
like,
never.
I see you trying so hard to clean your house at times and get it together, but you just need my help. Like, oh no,
I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with more hands. I mean, you know.
fuck. I mean, her house is fucking in shambles right now. She's the one supposed to have like a painting party and have like thoughts. Like, I don't think my house is the priority.
Yeah,
right now,
like
girl.
yeah, hold up, girl.
Yeah.
Like you need to probably like reprioritize some things here.
Well, me and her did have a conversation. In a way, it's good that me and her aren't like with her space being separate
Mhm.
because outside of she basically is not free outside of work and school. She
Mhm.
has no place to go where she doesn't have friend, family, expectations
Yeah.
and duties. So like this is like a sanctuary for her to be like free and recharge. That's a
Yeah,
good thing.
I
That's
can-
good
I- I-
for-
yeah,
that's
I
good
can
for her,
understand
but
why,
that's good
'cause-
for our relationship too.
Yeah.
It's better to like keep it that way for a while.
Well, yeah. I mean, because I could tell. I mean,
Yeah. This
she
is a
literally
good-
comes here just to
Yeah.
chill half the time. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know what
Yeah.
y'all do. I mean,
We
I
still
get
chill.
to.
We chill too, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
Oh, she's got a surprise for me with that stuff. She won't tell me what. She's like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you told me about that the other time.
No,
Well, she upgraded. She's got some
she's
other.
got something else, and she won't tell me. She's like, I'm just gonna do it. She's got something in mind. I'm like, okay,
Interesting.
nah.
Oh,
next
okay.
time, and she's supposed to come over Tuesday afternoon. So let's try to get some work done. around here a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah.
All right.
Actually, if she wants, she could help out a little bit that day too. If she's gonna be over, and we're already working on the.
Yeah.
That might
I
be
do
good.
think we should at least tackle this to assess. Yeah.
This and then the front room. Hang up shit can come later.
Yeah.
Well, this is the hang up shit would be part of that, unfortunately.
Well, I
That
mean,
can't take that long though.
nah, it won't. Nah, it ain't gonna take that
I
long.
think I'm gonna put this in my room above my TV. That'd be a good spot for it.
What do you want to do with that? You want to still put that in the bathroom door area, or?
I don't know, man. I don't really know what I want to do with this yet. Figure it out though.
I know we thought about the idea of putting it in the inside of the bathroom door. When you close it, you just have that. You
Yeah.
know. I mean, I'm still kind of down with that, but that's the
Probably
only.
the best place for it for right now.
Oh yeah, for now at least, until we can think of a cooler spot, maybe. But that's
Or
also
until we get a cooler painting.
fair,
And
and then we can move that somewhere
this
else.
is a reminiscent of Harley.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. It's kind of got its own mantra, its own thing now a little bit. I kind of dig it, you know. So I don't know.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna eat.
Cool.
Doggos, you in or out?
They don't want Unk at all. Well,
They want
fuck you
food,
two
'cause I
then.
got food.
Yeah, they heard the food. They're like, oh, food. Have a good night, Taylor. Probably already dipped, unfortunately. Damn. Also, the left is kind of bad about this world. Trump's a criminal. And the right sees him as bad as Rebel Fine against the system, you know, he is just, well, of course. Well, I mean, it's a little bit of a mixture of both, too, because of the brazenness about it. It's just so obvious to just point it out. But at the same time, it's like, unless you're, like, paying enough attention to get into the minutia and specifics, you know, where it's just hard to refute, then it's basically kind of a coin toss of whether they might be like, oh, really? Or be like, yeah. One or the other, basically. It just depends if they at least have like a neuron or two. If not, then yeah, you're probably cooked. Is there any particular reason why they got a goddamn fucking treasonous flag of, of the former Confederate States of America as a profile pic there, bud? And also, I'm not wanting to know what you ever did to her either. Fucking. I'm actually on Rock League. Like, sick of looking at that. Ugh. Get that treasonous rag off my screen. Ugh. It's only good for starting fires and wiping your ass with. Like, I can't associate criminals with being bad because, yeah, murder is a crime, but so is a poor person stealing bread. Yeah. Well, there's also a difference when we talk about, like, criminals when it comes to, like, the Epstein class and the rich versus, someone who's poor. Because there's a difference between crime and poverty versus white-collar crimes, and outright mafioso, cartel-esque crime syndicate level of crime dealing and shit. To the point of, like, literal child sex trafficking shit. I mean, obviously there's some, nuance to this. Hence why even for someone like me, when it comes to, like, the current concept of policing in this country, I want it abolished, but that doesn't mean that I think policing in itself shouldn't. Like, we should still have policing, but it needs to actually be in its initial idea of, or at least in the whole mantra and theory of protect and serve the community. That's kind of the whole point of, that's why they have that shit on the side of their fucking patrol cars, or at least supposedly used to and shit. I mean, it's like, it needs to be massively restructured and also actually, look at severity of crimes, including whether is it a crime poverty or is this some white collar shit too? Because of crime poverty, yeah, it probably shouldn't be seen to the same severity, as like some Wall Street, fucking piece of shit, fucking robbing, motherfuckers or some, pump it up scheme. I mean, look what China does. It's like straight the fuck up. When it comes to a billionaire, doing shit like that, they will like, at least a minimal, seize their assets and put them in prison for a long fucking time, or just straight up murk them. They'll just execute them. And literally put like the sense of like making an actual fucking example to this, upper class and elite, where it's like you can only skirt the line so much if because if not, your life will depend on that. People but also due to enough, there's no room for honest critique. Yeah, that is kind of the problem with it, isn't it? The rest of people for feeding the homeless here. My God, that's such bullshit. That's fucking ridiculous. I mean, I haven't heard of that before around here, but I have heard about cops in the past. I don't know about anymore, because also Portland police just don't really do shit that much. They kind of suck, just all across the board. They're corrupt. They're a piece of shit. When they do their job, they overstep the boundaries more than they don't. And when they should be, getting involved in shit, they just don't do fuck all. And even when it comes to shit that, even I would find a little bit of a nuisance, like traffic ticket shit, they don't even give a fuck about shit like that. It's like, they just suck across the board. They're just shit. I know at one point, though, they at least asked you to, like, yeah, I mean, get away from them. We actually, now that you brought it to attention, we're going to fucking, like get some people to clean us up. Like, get out of here. It's like, well, fuck you, dude. They're hungry. I mean, what? You know, some PB and J's ain't gonna do shit. It's not gonna keep them here longer. Like, fuck you, fucking pigs. Trying to raise the FLIA fees to make it impossible for the citizens to.
Man, it's getting harder and harder for a lot of people to just kind of like accept, you know, the gruel and bullshit and just be like, yeah, this is fine. It's just one of those things I've just been noticing that like more and more people are just getting aware of the shit. Now, are they like all the way there? Nah, not necessarily. But, you know, people are like waking the fuck up, dude.
It's really just one of those only a matter of time kind of things. Like, if defund the police was take power away from police as it exists currently and replace them with a type of law enforcement, more accountability, less likely for corruption. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, does it? Yeah, it doesn't. Well, that's why, you know, reform the police would have been better. Or, like, restructure the police. Or to, you know, restructure the cops movement or something. Like, it could have been at least a little bit more, quote unquote, liberalized, you know, to where it's at least more palatable. You know, where it's not as aggressive a terminology. Or kill the pigs. That's a good one, too. So I guess I could evolve. Just both songs have videos for you hop on. Right on. I'll keep it in mind. I think you mentioned about looking up that song earlier.
I hate how I just turned off my Wi-Fi hotspot a while ago.
Well, I'll turn it back on. Fuck it. Hold on. Just do that. Guess while it's doing this shit, I'll just wait. I do kangaroos. Hey, what's up, man? Stop sending U.S. Leos to train in Israel with the IDF. And also just stop being involved with Israel, period, because fuck the IDF, fuck Israel. And also, we need to restructure our law enforcement to where it can get rid of its, like, slave catcher roots, too, by the way. Because, like, a lot of the origins of modern policing, you know, today literally came from that shit. From the South. So, I mean, it's one of those things where we, you know, like, you have to look at the root of what this shit was. And this also includes, you know, against the labor movement, against the queer movement. Like, cops have always been, you know, the militant arm of not just the state, but of corporations as well. Between the Pinkertons, you know, like back in the labor movement days, they also had law enforcement from the state, from the local county, you know, from the town that would come in, you know, to basically be the first wave. And if that didn't work, all the Pinkertons came in. Or vice versa. Because Pinkertons basically had carte blanche to be able to even shoot to kill, too, just as much as a cop could. Like, Red Dead 2 was unironically kind of accurate about that. Yep. Boots on the neck. Another thing too is that, like, in order to be a cop, you know, of like your town or where you know, or where you want to be a cop at, you literally have to at least for 5 years be, you know, living in that town before you can, you know, be a cop there. So, you know, you can live and be a part of the community and actually like understand it a little bit, know the general like kind of culture of that town and all that shit. Because it is just a fact that like, you know, police that, you know, are born and raised within the communities that they also police, they have a better understanding and have better policing of those neighborhoods and communities than ones who live outside of them. And that's also including with the factor of corruption too, by the way. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a significant difference, but yeah, if you got like like John Fernando or whatever the fuck, who's like part, Mexican Italian that lived in like a mixed, community neighborhood and became a cop, and his little district where he runs, and like his beat, or drives his beat or whatever the fuck is in that neighborhood. Guarantee he's gonna know a lot of the same people there. And he's gonna be like, "Hey, what's up, Fred? Hey, what's up, Jose? Hey, what's up, bro?" Like, so like, hey, how's that guy Ian, that homeless dude or whatever? Is he still kind of being an issue? Do I have to talk to him again or something? Oh, he's fine. All right, well, you know me. Let me know if you got issues. I'll talk to him again if I need to. Shit like that. And it's like, yeah, I'll talk to him, and that's literally as far as it goes. It's like that is genuine, actual like protect and serving community shit. You don't have to just like immediately go for the fucking hammer every fucking time there's an issue. That's not the whole inherent purpose of being a fucking cop. If you're in trouble, you would call cops. Is there any law enforcement agency I can get a hold of? Is it like that someone's going, maybe doctors shouldn't be allowed to kick their patients in the face, and then I go, but if you're sick, you would still go to doctor. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. You listen on full fives instead of being popular, instead of what's popular in the news. Well, I also don't really listen to what's inherently popular in the news. Ah, well, I need to take a piss real quick anyway. Yeah, I'll at least have it looked up really quick. What's the name of the song again? Sick of it all. I'm assuming let's see how. I think I found it. Secret of All, Step Down, HC World Hardcore Worldwide. I think, is this it? Blue collar. Yeah, this looks like it's it. Step Down's good. Okay, well here, I'll at least put that right there real quick. Yeah, there's literally like endless comments from yesterday to like 2 or 3 days ago, being like, "Rest in peace, Lou." I'm like, okay, yeah, but I found it. I found at least something. So here, let me take this real quick, and I'll be right back. So far, hardcore New York legends. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I might have heard some of their stuff before, but I guess we'll make sure and guarantee that. But I'll be right back. Like I said. That's the American way, Jethro. Why is there so many right back left news must have Phoebe Sandy? This one song out to specifically actually utilize. I found out someone's pushing this info. Yeah, it's probably like, you know, some fucking weird AstroTurf campaign that's been going on. I hate to stop the Latter-day Skanks.
This is Samuel Weisberger, bringing you a chilling. Join me as my investigation brings us.
Yes, there we go. They actually have names for these little, like, pit maneuvers. The lawnmower. The windmill. Okay. Alright. I never really, like, would call these, like, any particular moves in the pit. They're... Wait, what was that one called? California version of New Sal. And then picking up change. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I have done the picking up change thing. I've done that a few times before. Pizza maker. Okay. I'll look up another one. Oh, here we go. I think this one of the ones you were wanting me to see. Scratch the surface. There we go. Dude, this video was literally 19 years old. 2007? Oh my fucking god, this video was from 2007. And from Blank TV, and I've been subscribed to... Oh my god, is it... Jesus Christ. Sheesh. Sheesh. This is an oldie. I don't even think I've seen this back when I was on YouTube back in this time. Because I was on YouTube back in the day. What the fuck? It's been almost 19 fucking years, and I've been on YouTube that long. It's actually been that long. Oh my fucking god, I just now realized. Oh my god. I mean, I'm already like, yeah. I mean, this is just right up my alley. I will say, I already can tell and know that motherfuckers like this sword, just so the young can learn how to run, so they can finally learn how to fly too one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, I can already, it's just one of those things where I can tell, it's just like, I just kind of hate that it's kind of like either a rediscovery. I don't know about this song, but I know that other song I feel like I have heard before. But in a way, it might actually be like a weird rediscovery for me, but I have no idea. I guarantee I've probably heard this at like the bar and shit. You know what I mean? Like I guarantee I've listened to them before without even realizing it. That's probably why there is some big similar sound to me. But also, like I said, there's a lot of bands, and even like probably bands similar to this area where they had similar sounds as well, because that was just such a sound that was popular of that time. Like I'm hearing like a little bit of like Death Angel, some Testament, like Hatebreed. I'm hearing a lot of different like sounds in here, and I'm just like, contemporary and old. But it's just, so nice raw. I need to make sure I add more of this. In fact, actually, I'm gonna say fuck it. I don't even care if it does get me copyright shit. I am saving this on my playlist. I'm adding it to my work playlist for sure. And also, I'm getting more compliments about my little work playlist, because they're just like, yo, we listened to. And at that particular time, it was Gloryhammer. And I was just like, it's this epic power metal band that does like cool epic fantasy shit about like Scotland and stuff a little bit. And they looked at like my phone. It's like, yeah, Gloryhammer, that's what it is. And, one of my coworkers literally just looked at me saying like, you got awesome music taste, bro. I was like, actually, you do too. It's reminiscent of some of my like younger days a little bit, and also like the Gritos. Like I've been naturally wanting to learn more about what you listen to about that, so I can listen to it too. Because there's like some music shit at my work sometimes. Because we all have the aux occasionally. When it comes to music, and if no one claims it after a certain point, and I'm like, I just need something, I will literally go over to that bitch and be like, I'm connected, got my work playlist, randomize it, play the first thing, and I'll look around and be like, okay, that's a massive difference between this shit. I'm just gonna get that out. Everything's all right after that. Okay, yeah. And just do its thing, and then just keep the phone on me in case I need to turn it down, and then just let it do its thing. And as far as I'm concerned, no one has ever had any, ill comments, which I'm very happy about, because I want to make sure that I add a lot more to this discography from my work playlist, which I know pretty much most of this playlist that I got can go to that, but not all of it though. I know that much. Like this particular song, I know I went up add to my playlist. That'd be no bueno. It's 92. Oh yeah, I mean I could see it with its age on the video. I'm definitely happy and glad that there's like people that posthumously save that shit and digitalize it so they can get it uploaded, Unfortunately, it isn't necessarily the same quality, as it is, but 40 years is their dynasty. Well, yeah. Like I said, they soared so others could run to learn how to fly, you know what I mean? I mean, they're not the only ones I'd say that about, too. But, yeah, they're one of many influences and pioneers when it comes to shit like that, I will say it's kind of unfortunate that, like, I'm a late bloomer with shit like this sometimes. Even when it came to ska and punk. Like, I kind of got into metal and stuff, first. That was how I end rock a little bit, but classic shit, like Cheap Trick, Led Zeppelin, CCR, stuff like that. Even older with like Richie Valens, Big Bopper, Buddy Holly, Louis Prima, shit like that. And then it would be like, or Elvis Presley too. And then it'd be like Maiden, Priest, some Metallica. And then weirdly, like Rammstein and Nightwish specifically for a long time too, on top of that. And it wasn't until like in high school predominantly when I started really branching off a lot more. And punk didn't really become a thing, from there up until like I got into reggae because became a stoner. And then I eventually got into some like light ska stuff and other ska shit. Fell out of it for a little bit. Then I got into like heavy punk and metal again. And then I got into just straight punk and ska, and I've kind of pretty much have been there for a long time now since. I'm pretty much like a ska core. Like I kind of found where I think I put my bread in. You know what I mean? I found the oven to put the bread in. I mean, in a weird way, it's definitely been a journey, but like, cause musically, I mean, at least for listening to it, I'm honestly surprised I don't listen to way more than I do because I've had the outlets around me for a long time. Like even with this song by Fishbone, you know, I out of conveniently for this topic, like I didn't realize that my dad was into Fishbone until I had a concert ticket to see them live for the first time because I saw Los Momblados and asked them about some of their next concerts, you know, they're playing, and they had a few of them of different bands they were co-headlining for or opening for that I didn't hear about or never even knew about. And one of them was Fishbone. And I was just like, whoa, who are they? And they were like, yo, you literally, fuck us. Don't even see this concert for us. You have to do it for Fishbone. I'm like, I'm sold. You don't even have to explain it. I'm just sold. And I only listened to a few of their songs like the night before and also that same night because I had 2 tickets because I was wanting to take a friend with me. No one wanted to go because they couldn't, like, it was either work or other shit, and I know one of my friends I think was out of town at the time too, and I was like, fuck, I have a spare ticket, what do I do with it? And then I asked my dad, like, hey, you want to go to a show? And he's like, what show is it? Fishbone? It's like, wait, what? I never seen Fishbone. I love Fishbone. I'm just like, wait a minute. You have never seen Fishbone. You love Fishbone. You've never told me about Fishbone. I just recently found out about him. You never, like, I looked at him like, you have never once in your life thought, let's play an album of theirs or some shit. Like, do you not have a vinyl or so? I swear to God, if he has a vinyl and I didn't know he had one, I'm gonna low key be butthurt. I'm not even gonna lie. Also, I'm also not gonna lie. I will legitimately like bring that to another show. I see them live and just be like, "Yo, I'm signing that bitch." Fish says that I listen to Hub City Stompers. Well, I love the Hub City Stompers as well. But Fishbone does not suck at all, dude. Plenty of bands have literally been a direct influence because of Fishbone. Like, even with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, for example, like John Frusciante has, said in different interviews, that Fishbone and Angela Moore and Norwood Fisher directly have been, inspirations of their music as well and how they made their sound. Like, you can't take away Fishbone and what they've done as a pioneer of what, of their music. And that's despite not being, like, broadly recognized either. I mean, you can have your subjective take about it. That's fine. I mean, not everyone has to love Fishbone. I mean, I'm not going to try to proselytize it to you. But, hey, it's, because music's always going to be subjective. But at the end of the day, it's like, come on, dude. You got to at least recognize, the influence they've had as well. You don't necessarily have to like their music inherently or whatever, but that's a joke, but real. Memphis Scott Felice is way better. Fishbone is not a pioneer. Not old enough to know. Nah, dude, come on. I'm legitimate. I've seen them like a few times now. And I've actually gotten to know Angelo a little bit. I've seen him live. I've seen him in person. I've talked to him, a little bit. After the shows I've been to. But also, it's like, I mean, all it does is have to be like, looking up other bands and even seeing like interviews of me, like, influences of Fishbone and stuff like that, and realize like, oh, there are legit a lot of artists out there that do take inspiration from them. But that goes for all bands that have been around for a long time too. I mean, like people have their influences, and for some people, it's gonna be Fishbone. To some others, it's gonna be like Upstate Stompers, or or Sick of This Life, or all sorts of others, right? Like that's the subjectivity and the beauty of music. Ultimately, as long as it sounds good, as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna bump to that shit. It could literally be anything, and if it sounds good, I'll bump to it. I've listened to like African folk rock stuff before, and I have even some of that on my playlist because it actually sounds cool and it's awesome. Because I'm just one of those dudes that just likes music ultimately, no matter what. And if it sounds good and I love it, I'm gonna listen to it. I got my heart where it's at, but hey, I mean, I'm always wanting to explore different sounds and different, forms of music and see what that's about. I don't necessarily have to like all of it, and there's plenty that I don't. I'm like, that ain't my shit. Interesting though, but at least I will say, I mean, more often than not, I usually find stuff that's like, ooh, this is actually kind of a bob. Hot take, but Limp Bizkit isn't that good. Limp Bizkit isn't really that good, to be honest. Fred Durst is kind of the problem about it. I mean, I will say, like, Limp Bizkit's got some good songs, but they're they're not really that good. I mean, honestly, like, out of all, like, the new metal shit from that era, especially that Bizkit era, like, they really are on the bottom of that totem pole. Dude, in the early 90s, though. Oh, I know. Well, I thought Biscuit was kind of cheesy pop. Definitely not. Wait, hold on. What's this? Hold up. The show's most commercially known. I mean, how come they have such small, tiny shows? And again, that's your subjective take. They suck. Whatever. Like, I'm not going to change their mind, I guess. I think ska popular in '94, and the singer was black. They were like a lot of ska bands in '94. I mean, they've been around longer than that too, and they sound like Nickelodeon, bruh. Have you not heard of Swim? Like, have Lemon Meringue, Deep Shit Backstroke? Like, bro, my dude. They sound like Nickelodeon? What songs have you heard from them, dude? Like, my guy. Dude, there's plenty of songs where they're definitely not like Nickelodeon, dude. Swim is one of the heaviest songs ever written. It literally, dude, seeing that song live as an opener, by the way, for their set. And when the Lord said to Noah and his family with the ark, he told them and built it to say, swim, motherfucker. Yeah, even Logan knows. Swim, motherfucker, swim. Dude, I have it live on my live shows playlist. So y'all should check that one out because, dude, it was like, boom, boom, dude, the bass is literally like assaulting, literally sexually assaulting that bass, like bam, 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 bam. And I was just like, it was insane, dude. Like, it was actually like some raw, heavy ass shit. Diesel 13. Bro, nah, that's just a diabolically incorrect take. Subjective or otherwise, that's just a diabolical take, my guy. I mean, come on. Dude, you can, like, recognize some heavy shit, and it doesn't have to be literal hardcore, like, you know, absolute, like, you know, kind of shit. Like, sometimes it just, I mean, it doesn't have to always. Which is also kind of ironic, because, like, the first concerts I went to were, like, with Amon Amarth, fucking, like, Camelot, and, you know, Sauton, Death Angel, Testament, Cataclysm, Bethlegor. I mean, I'm into a lot of very, very fucking heavy, hard as fuck fucking shows. My first mosh pit was literally a black hole I didn't intend to mosh in. It was in the first time I saw Amon Amarth, and I was like 14. And I was like, one of my friends like just grabbed him by my shirt, yoinked me, and I was like, well, I'm in the pit now. And ever since then, I've yearned to go back in the black hole and spaghettification myself. And I do. I love the pit. I don't go into it as much as I used to because I'm starting to realize that I've done it so much that my body don't like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm not doing it as much as I normally would, but I still gonna do it though. But actual jazz, then Cahul and ska and reggae. Well, yeah, the Slackers go hard with their shit too, because I love their shit as well. I mean, I don't know if you're just trying to rage bait me at this point, but like, I mean, like I just said, dude, you got your opinion, I got mine. But it's kind of hard to get all like salty about it because I also love the same shit you're saying. Like, well, it's Slackers, the Hub City Stompers. You know, all bands I've also have seen live. I'm not sure. Well, I figured you weren't, but I'm also saying like the bands you're mentioning too, I also love, and also go pretty hard too in their own ways. Like, that's why I like them. Whether it's like lyrical, you know, instrumentally, both, you know, just like the rhythms, like, you know, different sounds, like whatever the, you know, particulars are. I mean, I'm a musical person. I grew up, you know, and have like been trained in music theory, you know, like growing up, you know, most of my life. And I've learned, you know, different instruments. A little rusty now, unfortunately, because I haven't played many of them in a while. But like, you know, the point being, though, it's like I'm just love music. And if it sounds good, I'm gonna love it. I got my interests, I got my particulars, but that don't mean I'm gonna like listen to special shit like this, like rap, and be like, hell yeah. Or like Fishbone, or Death Angel, or even like some Bathory, or Oathton, an Icelandic black metal band. I mean, there's a lot of bands I'll listen to. There's a lot of music I'll go into and fucking love. The Backstreet Boys and Train 2. Oh my god. No. That is just not remotely true, bro. If that's the case, then how come they haven't sold stadiums like the Backstreet Boys? And also, one of the old co-founders, Norwood Fisher, isn't even in the band anymore. He had a falling out with Angelo Moore. Mostly just because he wanted to focus on his own personal health, but also at the same time, like, he didn't realize that he was like, yeah, we're doing a new album, be a part of it. He was like, wait, what? I wasn't, you know, talked about with this. And he was like, nah, that's not cool. I'm kind of out, you know, respectfully, you know, kind of shit. Because I'm just trying to focus on myself a little bit right now. I didn't think we're going to be, like, constantly playing still. That song, Bad Street. Okay. And I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, disregard that, but evidently they're nowhere near as big as they are. And honestly, you know, the Backstreet Boys must have found some pretty big inspiration from Fishbone to some degree if they're willing to work with them and collab with them. Because there's a lot of artists out there that have been inspired by them. That is just a genuine truth. But there's plenty of artists out there that, you know, are like that with plenty of, you know, artists that have come before them. I mean, you just can't take that away, no matter what. Again, it's subjective opinion is subjective opinion. Like, you know, you like the music you like, but regardless, I mean, there is like some genuine fact with this shit, though. Backstreet. Well, I know what you meant. The No Diggity song. Oh, that one. I don't know if I actually have heard that one yet. I probably have, though. Did I still have the Wi-Fi hotspot on? I'll just say fuck it. Yeah, I do. Fuck it. Oh, this is like kind of a little bit of a mix, featuring other artists too. Nice. Also, I fucks with this too. I fucks with that. Smoking joint, not knowing what the fuck's going on here. I mean, I'm also partly curious. I'm just literally looking up shit when it comes to music if people are putting it up. Which I'm liking this, by the way, and make sure I'm saving it. Maybe not on my current playlist, but I'm putting it up on my my work playlist. So yeah, there we go. Big ass truck. I'm about to.
I guess it goes to show you what years of frustration will do. So if you want fucking stunts, see a fucking movie. Shut up. Straight out of your empire. We're on the basic truck. We got bakers, sailors, McDonald's, and last but not fucking least.
Yep, I'm already in love. Yep. Subscribe. Save. And yeah. Not to my work playlist. That's like too diabolical. That would be a little too insane. Jesus Christ. Have you been to Cali? I mean, I think probably. Corn-fed? Wait, hold on. I gotta hear this one. That's also another. Yeah, I think I found a new band I'm loving now. I think I have a new love. Kublai Khan. Wait, is Kublai Khan Texas? Oh, hold on. Is that a Kublai Khan? Is that a band name? Oh wait. I guess the algorithm's already. Oh, what? Yep, it already. Yeah. I think it already fucking. Okay, hold on. It found it for me. Google's listening to us way too much, and I don't like it. Hold on. Yeah, all right. That's another one. That's another. We're adding some hardcore shit right now to our list. I can give you my band. It's what Wishes Can't Mend. Ooh. Let's hear it. I think I found some. There's Love Brings Out the Best of Me. Here, this is a first result, I think. Here, before I play it, is this accurate with the album? I mean, even that little noise. I think this track 9 from the Insomniatic Diaries, 2002. I'm assuming this has to be it, right? I think this is it. I'm saving this, by the way. I want to actually find another one quick, because I need to just add more, just to make sure that it stays in my algorithm. Wait, what the hell is this name? I've gathered more comfort from a... Wait, what? I've gathered more comfort from a bed of nails? Okay, I gotta hear this one. You know what's wild? This guy reminds me of some Squid Pisser. This actually unironically reminds me of some Squid Pisser, I'm not even gonna lie. Because their shit is literally kind of like this a little bit, where it's like, ah! But just like heavy ass, like, you know, it's literally kind of like that format almost. I'm just like, there's like a distinct, you know, like thing I'm thinking like, ooh, that's that sound. I'm thinking, honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if Squid Pisser was influenced by this band to some extent. I wouldn't be too surprised. No drum machines. Hey, Squid Pisser didn't have any either. They had their own drummer doing their thing, who apparently was like a new guy too. It's like, we picked up this ghoul. He doesn't really know many words, but we'll see if he knows his name. But here, tell us your name. And all he did was go, that's all he did. It's like, I guess I can't figure it out yet. The song is, and then it just went like, yeah, just insane shit. It was like, dude, Squid Person was actually pretty badass with that shit. And, I guess Vito, I guess he disagrees. Why did he go fucking crazy? Why did he go boof boof? Crazy boof boy. It's chaotic but beautiful. By Brain on drums. Oh yeah. I will say, like, there is some beautiful order and chaos sometimes, you know what I mean? And you need that shit. Especially when chaos is, like, at its peak more than ever in the world. You just kind of need to embrace it more than ever. We just need to embrace chaos. Be a chaos wizard. Embrace the chaos within it. And not just within you, but around you. And everything in between. You know that it can't be stopped. Chaos is an immovable object and an unstoppable force all in one. You just have to embrace and accept the fact of what it is. Maybe one day order would take over, but take order within the chaos in the meantime. Let it be and embrace it. Embrace the chaos, folks. I don't know why I'm going Trump with it, but I literally don't know why I'm going Trumpian with it, but sure they've heard of Power Trip. I think I have before. I can't really say if I have, honestly, 100% right now. I probably have heard a couple other songs, but I haven't sought them out and I haven't looked them up before. But it does sound familiar to me. I'm pretty sure I had heard them before, like a buddy of mine or something, sent it to me, or someone showed me it. I mean, it's familiar to me. Or maybe it was talked about before, but I just don't exactly know much of it. Honestly, it's probably one of those things where I'll rediscover. It's really unfortunate because, like, man, I got such a list of shit that I just need to, like, get into, and music really is, like, the easiest thing, but it's like, sometimes I just be like, yeah, I'll look that up, and I just don't. I'm like, man, I just need to do it, like, right then and there kind of shit. It's just hard to do that when it is on streams, because unless I got the Wi-Fi phone doing its thing, I can't really do that. It's like, fuck. I need another beer. That is unfortunate. Luckily, I got a 12 rack, so I'll grab one of those. Don't worry about it. Oh, now you want to be with Unk. Wow. Now you all want to be Unk. I brought two just in case. South Florida was the shit. Horny again. I've heard of them before. Not that much, but I'm familiar with them. Bird of Little Almond, Brethren, Roses for a Blue Lady, Poison the Well, Shy Halud. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. And even Strong Arm, that was Christian. For good measure, yeah, pretty much. I mean, they are minis. And also, these are light. So I probably will go for this like water. Hopefully not, but probably not. Or probably, who knows? We'll see what happens, I guess. Shy Halud was sick live. Is that like a reference to Dune? Like the Shah Halud? Like, is that like what I'm thinking? I haven't heard of that band before, but that's why I was like immediately like, that sounds awesome. Okay, I still have my hotspot on. I'm looking that up right now. I mean, this band's good too, but I'm sorry, Baleshi Speedball. Misanthropy Pure? Okay, I'm looking this up immediately. Oh, Metal Blade Records? Oh, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why did it, like, start, like, way too far ahead? I love it. Wait, My Heart Bleeds to Darkest Blood. I gotta hear this one too. I'm just gonna be adding these. What's funny, this is prepping me for Friday, dude. This is prepping me for fucking Friday to go see Cataclysm and shit. And I hope that 6 Feet Under set is actually okay and good, because I swear to God, I will literally walk out if it's bad. Because I know, like, what's his name? Chris Barnes or something like that. 6 Feet Under. No, not the fucking show, the band. Fucking Google. Yeah, Chris Barnes. Yeah. I've heard he's not really that good live, and I'm really still kicks ass. Okay, well, that I'm willing to give it. I've heard some things about Chris Barnes specifically that I'm like, it kind of gives me a little like, but I'm there for Cataclysm. They're co-headlining with them, and I love Cataclysm. They're fucking amazing from Canada, and I'm not missing an opportunity to see them. And funny enough, they're playing at the Hawthorne Theater, which the first time I saw them live was also at the Hawthorne Theater. So if I'm at the very front, I'm so gonna be like, a decade later, I'm back, motherfucker. You know, kind of shit. Because, dude, they fucking go hard. Actually, you know what? Has anyone heard of Cataclysm? Yeah, I know Chris started at 6 Feet Under after Corpse. I just heard that he has kind of an ego, and he's like got, you know, it. I don't know. Maybe he's chilled and now he's fine, and maybe he's focused more on music stuff. I don't know. I've only recently found out about the shit, and then knowing the show, because I found out because of Cataclysm, I was like, oh wait, they're co-headlining for fucking, you know, for 6 Feet Under. I was like, huh, okay, because I haven't really heard of 6 Feet Under that much. I've listened to some of their stuff before, and funny enough, not realizing that Chris Barnes was formerly from Corpse, because I also have seen Corpse live and like Cannibal Corpse as well and shit. Like I just generally really didn't know that at the time, and then I was like, oh. And I'm like, well, I've heard a lot of weird things about him. I was like, interesting. But, you know, at the same time, I'm like, I always give a chance. And I genuinely, at the end of the day, probably have heard words that I've stuck out through because of the bands that I want to see that they're opening for. I'm like, I literally have to suffer through this. Oh, fuck. I'm drinking a lot right now, so I can get nice and lit for the band I want to see, so I can get that memory out of my head. Because that actually happened once for the first time in a long time with the co-defendants, actually. They were co-headlining or opening with the Bridge City Sinners, and Los Monteblados was the first opener. And obviously, I'm seeing the show for Bridge City Sinners and Los Monteblados because I'm friends with Eric Molina, the main guy who started that band. And, you know, I'm bringing one of my friends to see Los Monteblados for the first time and Bridge City Sinners because, you know, I haven't seen them live, but I've also been fond of them too. So I'm like, all right, I guess we'll have to stick for this band a little bit. But luckily, in a weird way, we, you know, we're talking with Eric Molina for long enough to where we were able to just smoke a joint outside with him and basically get like a VIP like pass through the green room in the back end area where we're just smoking a little bit, chilling. And then, you know, once we went back inside, it was like near the last little bit of the co-defense set. And honestly, like, I don't know what it was. I think they were just legit too drunk because they were sweaty, kind of slurry a little bit. Like, it just was not a good set. Even hearing them a little bit from the outside, I'm kind of like, they're not really sounding great. But Eric, you know, and others were saying like, no, they're actually really hard, blah, blah, blah. And I've heard their like studio stuff, and it is good, but like, I'm not really exactly impressed by their live performances. Honestly, I'm just like, it wasn't exactly good, in my opinion. I wish it wasn't the case, but you know, it just that's what it was, unfortunately. It will be a good show, but not like your local show when you're 17. Well, I mean, when I was doing shows at 17, it wasn't local shows at first. It was just bands I really loved, like, you know, Corporate Kalani and Saphira, Nightwish. Like, at the time, I was really into a lot of folk metal and stuff at the time, so a lot of bands I saw were, like, at the Hawthorne Theater or, like, smaller venues that were kind of local-like, because there would be, like, local regional bands in America or other show, or other bands, you know, that are, like, co-headlining that are kind of regional, or at least, you know, relative to popularity and, you know, to some extent. It was I don't know, like, the local scene for me, I didn't really get into until way later in life. Like when I was post 21, started going to different venues and bars where like they also perform, you know, shows from local bands and shit like that. And I'm like, oh, this is the thing. And that's when like that exploded and realized like, oh, there's this whole fucking thing going on. Not just of house shows and this shit and all that, but like things being a little bit more established on top of that too. Chris like 62 years old. Well, guess I'll find out, you know, and see how he performs, you know, coming pretty soon. Which speaking of, I kind of want to hear Cataclysm's new shit because I know they've been putting up new stuff. I don't know what their last album was. Goliath. The last one I knew of was called Unconquered. And Meditations, but ooh, they got a new one. Here. What do I listen? Which one should I listen to off this one? That's the King. Fuck it, we'll do this one. It's a music video too. Just right off the bat. Fuck. Yes. Immediate just nut. Immediate nut. Oh! Fuck! Oh shit! Vito's like, "Are you okay, bro?" I'm fine, Vito. What are you doing? He's worried about me. Vito, what are you doing? Yo, all right, hold up. Yo, quit causing chaos. You just like move your big butt. Oh no! Don't be like, oh, I'm scared. Oh my god! It moved to a different song. It. Look what you did. Actually, I do want to hear this intro too, because this also sounds fucking like whoa. Combustion? Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm excited for this fucking show. Bro, you know they're playing some of this. I swear to God. Well, I want to go back to that Die as a King, though. I want to go back to that. Because that fucking... That fucking riff. Oh. Oh yeah, dude, they're still fucking rocking it. Oh my god, I cannot believe that I have not listened to them in a while. What is wrong with me? Fuck. Oh, I'm finna nut. I'm literally finna nut on that, like right now. I gotta stop myself. Also, turn off my Wi-Fi hotspot so I can like at least preserve it at least a little bit. For next time, I want to do that. But letting that stay on for a little too long. The vegan teacher is she's just killing cows like. What? What the fuck? Well, huh? I look back at the chat and that's the first thing I see. What the hell are you talking about? What? Huh? Okay. What the hell are you even trying to say? They were a band that made it out of Sapphire. The messed up changing their sound. Opposite December was masterpiece. Well, I mean, it's just kind of fucked because, like, I mean, growing up, I was pretty sheltered for a lot of various different sounds and music and just culture broadly. Thanks, Mom. And, like, I mean, it took a while for me to eventually, like I said, like I even mentioned earlier, I hate to be a fucking late bloomer. You know what I mean? Because I kind of am in a way. It's like, I guess in a way, especially genetically with my young face, I don't mind it entirely, but it's like, bruh, can I at least, like, you know, I don't know, be more aged and, like, develop quicker? I mean, I have more than ever. I mean, arguably in the past, like, year and a half, 2 years, or maybe, well, arguably even 3 to an extent. But, like, point being, though, it's like, shit. I've always, like, even for schooling and other shit, even weirdly genetically, like, I've always been a late bloomer, and I kind of don't like that, but kind of am. Which, whatever. I mean, if it takes a certain point and it takes a certain time, then, hey, maybe it's just has to take the right time. Right time, right place kind of thing, right? Being teachers are crazy. What are you talking about, Retro? I don't know what you're talking about, my guy. Yeah, vegans are weird. and some of them can be kind of crazy. But like, what are you even mentioning? Like, what are you even trying to mention about this whole like? What are you talking? I need context, buddy. Like, what content creator are you talking about? Who is this? Which, by the way, I guarantee you, I have no idea who this is. And also, if they're doing that, report them. Like, I mean, they'll be bitching at me about it. I don't know what to tell you, man. Just, I mean, shit ain't cool. And should, maybe have her reported on YouTube because that ain't cool shit. I'll say, I mean, I don't give a fuck if someone's vegan, but if they're gonna be a weird racist, then fuck them. That overrides, anything else that is who they are. Because if they want to be like a weird, like crazy psycho bitch, then that's on them. It don't matter if they're like, based in every other way, or maybe neutral at best, when it comes to being a vegan or something. But it's like, no. If you're a racist, if you're a bigot, or that type of shit, then it's like that overrides pretty much anything else that you have going on for you. And that should be a reflection. Humble yourself a little bit. Thinking of something to have for food later in a little bit, but I'm just like, shit. I think I'm just gonna have to just do something simple like some mac and cheese. My homeboy made eggs the other night, and there's some left over. I could reheat those. I have to reheat a little bit of it just to make sure it's okay. Taste test it and stuff, because you can't really like save eggs in the fridge forever after you cook them. I mean, they're like one of the few things that you just can't do that with. So I'm just like, hasn't been in there for long, but I'm just like, it's really like you have to like reheat that shit like pretty much like the same day or within like a 36-hour period at max, kind of thing. And I think we're in that period, so I think we should be okay. Because if you let it go on longer than that, even if it's still technically good, like, it just gets... It gets too dried out. It gets rubbery. It's just not good. It's no bueno at a certain point. Unless you're just that desperate and you're just that hungry. But is it really worth it? Might as well just make a fresh batch at that point. Take the L. But at least I don't have to. I'm just going to whip up mac and cheese. A little something nice and simple. Ooh, I could do some dogs, though. Wait, do we have bread for that? Oh, fuck. I might have to do a grocery trip and make sure we get our daily bread, folks. Our daily bread. Gotta make sure we got that, folks. So, if I don't got that, I can't do that. Damn. Because that would be a quick, easy cop-out instead of how to make mac and cheese. Fuck, I guess I have to make mac and cheese. It's gonna be good mac and cheese, but I'm just like, damn, I didn't really necessarily want to have to deal with that, but I guess I have to now. Fuck. Oh, bitch, hold your nuts. What about the crazy ass vegan teacher thing or whatever the fuck? I like how Retro didn't even bother fucking elaborating about this. I literally would have like turned my Wi-Fi hotspot one more time just to go find this crazy bitch and report her. Because that's unacceptable. That's some bunk. But I guess not. Watch me like be able to find that though somehow. I probably would be able to. You know what? I'm gonna say fuck it. We're gonna try to find it right now. We're doing it. I'm gonna see. We'll just find me. Then we'll scroll until we find this bitch. Come on. There we go. All right. Oh my god, it's this fucking lady with the unfortunate, like, disabled kid. She literally has a Google Pay thing now. Okay, that's diabolical. And it's this weird fucking... Oh my god.
What?
Okay, there's just... What is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? He's just in his car.
Остановитесь, остановитесь. Тоже малой. Ну, давайте я сам посмотрю, мне интересно, сколько человеку лет.
The fuck is happening? What in the Slavic Ukraini ass shit is happening here? It's literally all in like Cyrillic. What did my fucking YouTube just send me to? Okay.
Deep breaths.
A lady working out.
That's not her.
What is going... Okay, these short lives are kind of insane. Okay, I've seen like literally like 5 different channels that do shit like this where they're like, yo, I got sand, but I'm writing names or whatever. Like, I just... This one is not the only channel. It's also a gaming channel? How do they have 220 views and 206 what the fuck? Bruh. We found another one. It literally is back to back. Literally back to fucking back. What? Bruh. Now we got a lady eating a bunch of food in a baklava or something. What are these shorts in? Oh my god, who is this? Whoa. Whoa, bro. I strangely like the cut of his jib. But what's he talking about?
But somebody just jumps up and they just sling those comments and they're straight up negative. You never talked to them before. They don't go home with you. They ain't read your notes. They don't know what's in your journal. They don't know your heart. You've seen them work. You've seen them interact with others. You know how you are, and then they...
Okay, then, bro. Alright, it's weird. Since most of the little kids get into different eyes being acknowledged by someone because their parents don't. Probably. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, this guy actually seems weirdly interesting. What is this dude? What's this video? He doesn't have many videos. He just does lives. He calls himself a shaman knight? What? The experiences and lessons of life have created this shaman knight. I seek to assist others to express their emotional experiences in positive ways. Okay. Alright. I weirdly fucks with that.
Shit, they get to treat other people like shit, and then when they treat the people under them.
Cool. Alright. I weirdly hope you pop in my algorithm again, because, I don't know, I weirdly fucks with that. And there's just a dude fishing. There's just a guy just straight fishing. And at least his view count and stuff is literally equivocal to mine, so he's just literally a dude doing this thing. Oh, did he catch something? Did we just catch him catching something? I think he caught something. I think we just stumbled on a random stream who's got like equivocal shit to me. He's fishing. Oh shit, dude! I think I'm subbing to this guy. I think we just literally found him catching. Oh shit, he got something, dude. Oh shit, we gotta see what he got. Oh, he's working it. Look at him. He's getting it. Oh, what's up, Desi? Yeah, we're just chilling. At this point, we're kind of near the outro stuff, but I'm also was trying to find like a streamer that was being like a vegan racist or something. But oh, he didn't catch nothing. He didn't caught nothing. Oh, damn, that's a bummer. He's got a fucking insane fishing line though. But because of that, we've literally stumbled upon doing this now at this point. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this guy though. I want to do type shit that he's doing. Where you at? Come on, Bumbo, where you at? Okay, I love this guy. I'm liking this guy. I'm at least giving him a like, and I'm subscribing, dude. Fly fishing is like that. No, he ain't doing fly fishing. He's like doing full on like. He's being too, like... Oh, that's what he's doing. Like, every time he throws it out, he's rolling it back in. Like, he's not letting it sit for a while. He did for a minute when we first stumbled in, but he keeps, like...
Hi, thanks everybody for joining in today. Muchly appreciated. We are fishing.
But he's literally, like, rolling it right back in, basically. Oh, I guess...
Most people don't know about paddlefish. Only way that you can actually catch them is to snag, right? Trust me, if there was a way we could catch them with bait, I would love to, right? But you catch them by snagging. I invented what you're seeing right now, right?
His voice, I love him. I'm subscribed to him now, dude. I love this guy. I don't know what it is about the dude, bro, but I'm liking this guy. I like to cut him the jib.
Not even know it. Why pay thousands of dollars when you can use this right here? With current, right? Spoonbill are like trout. They tend to stay in current and they want to move upriver. They feed in the current on the microplankton, right? So what I've done is I cast it out. I got my line.
Dude, when you got a yes redneck looking motherfucker like this, and then he's just telling you some shit like, dude, like you can't help but just like, yeah, you got wisdom. I trust your words. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but like sometimes these redneck motherfuckers got some shit, and he's got some shit. I see what he's trying to do, and he's explaining it now, and I'm like, all right, I sees it.
We'll run right into the line.
Okay, we found a weird, like, cool ass dude. Lucky Cat's fishing. Oh, okay. I'm subbing to this dude. I like this guy. I like the cut of your jib.
If you think this doesn't work, by all means, ask people, right? Focus on the tip, which is y'all can't see right now. I can pretty much tell if there's a spoonbill in that area because he'll eventually hit that line, and you'll feel that tut-tut, right? And with that tut-tut, right, you know you're in the area. But if you don't feel any tut-tuts, right?
Also, I love that even though he's like straight up, look at that beer belly. That's not, dude. He's got straight up a belly, bro. Oh, look at that belly. He just popped that out. He flexed that shit. Look at that belly. Oh, dude, he's proud of it too. Look at that. Oh, that is some pride in the belly.
Like any other kind of fishing, right? All I'm doing
Oh,
is
he's
prospecting
good.
the bottom.
Rainier,
That's why I thought
Bud
prospecting.
Light, drink boy that wants a
Right?
good old fish. Tell
I'm
you what,
looking for the
brother, he's a
active
good old
fish
country
that are
boy.
swimming in the
He
circle,
really is,
swimming
actually.
in the current.
I really do like this guy now. I'm following this guy now. Ooh.
And then once I know where they're at,
Oh, you know his wife, you know. Hey. Oh, he got something. He got something. I think he
got
did.
one on key.
He actually got something. That's a working belly. His belly has purpose. Damn right. Look at that. And also, I was about to say, has more than one. You know, his wife loves that little, like, you know, when he's working that pole. He works that pole more ways than one, brother. I'll tell you what. Oh, shit, he got something. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. I want to see it. Dude, we actually...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is actually
That's
cool.
another nice smell.
Come on. I want to
That's
see it.
another nice smell. A lot of people wonder, how can you tell a male from a female? It's all in the body, right? It's all in the body.
It's all on the body.
Females tend to
Hell
have
yeah,
that
brother.
pudgy stomach, right? They put on the weight, right? Protects their eggs, right? Males, long and slender, right?
I can't believe we found this guy. This is actually awesome. Why does he only have 4 views? We literally have the same amount of views, and he has less likes. We should rate
That's
him.
what y'all found. Y'all found a channel that will teach you and show you, right?
Dude, he's got it. It's right over there. He actually got it. Fuck yeah, dude. He knows what he's doing, dude. He knows what he's talking about. He's got the belly. He's got the beard. He's got the fish. He's got it all, dog. Look at that. Oh, he's about... Oh, shit, show it off, dude. Hell yeah. Oh! Oh, it's already showing itself off.
We're after giant, so this is still baby.
Oh, it's gonna let it go because this is a baby. Oh, look at that. Look at that fish. Oh, yeah. Wow, look at that. What the fuck is that? Wow. Holy shit.
No jewelry. It's all right, though.
Look at that. That is insane.
Ain't you, bud? Ain't you? Yeah, you go out there and tell them the old teal-shirted Jesus told you so.
I like this guy, dude. All right. That is awesome. And you let him go. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, that is so awesome. I love him. I already love him. It's a fucking dinosaur. I know, dude. Where is this guy from? What fish was that? Bruh. Holy shit. I didn't think he was going to catch anything, and then he caught that thing. Dude, that literally earned a sub. Hold on. I got it. I'm saying in chat, you know, to this guy. There we go. Basically just said, I'm streaming and it happened to pop on when you caught that seeing other shows from my live. It was an awesome catch, dude. Definitely sub and checking out again.
Not casting all the way over to the side, just casting on the other side.
Watch him just unintentionally catch that thing again. At least post that comment just to make sure that my algorithm, you know, kind of keeps it going, you know what I mean? The fuck is surmouth? I don't know. It's a ligma. Oh, you got caught with a ligma, dude. Surmouthful. It's a ligma, dude. You got caught with a ligma. Oh no. Oh, you got caught by a ligma, bro. No, dude, that guy don't got no Down syndrome. Is retarded. No, he literally just his name for his channel or for his little account is literally a ligma. It's written in ligma, dude. You got ligma. Oh, damn. Oh, my playlist popped up. Well, I can use this at least. Get back here. You did. You're the one who was like being like, "What the hell is Sir Mouthful?" Like you were literally asking about it, my guy. I didn't really like look at it and thinking much of it, but then I was like, "Oh, well, that there is a ligma within there." Come on. All right. What shall we? Let's do this. Oh my god! I have all these short. I have all these short lives that was skimming through. Jesus Christ! Yeah, where are you doing that? Let's do this instead. Not a bad little playlist. Nice, nice. I'll take it. It's really that easy, though. Sometimes it can be. Sometimes it ain't. Depends how clever you are about it, right? So like Jizzlehead or something? No. It's definitely more equivocal towards like, you know, Mike Ox. You know, Dr. Imaz. You know, Mike Cox Imaz. That's just a more simpler one. But there's there's many variations to the ligma. In fact, there's all sorts of ligmas that don't even necessarily have to be sexual about the dick. That's the beauty about the art of the ligma. It can, you know, be a sexual thing, but it doesn't always have to be. It could be, you know, like it does a silly, weird, edgy thing. There's the old, you know, I can't even say because it's such a weird, you know, shitty racial thing, but like, there's ligmas of the N word. There's like ligmas of like, you know, various other slurs that exist out there. I mean, the ligma doesn't go just beyond like the ligma dick, you know, kind of shit, or like the ligma cocks or ligma balls kind of thing, right? Like it goes beyond that. Hence the art of the ligma. Oh, see, you two are so sleepy. Oh, chok chok. Just chok. Big V boy. Jesus, Jazzy. You could lump chomp in your noises. I mean, that's not exactly. Ah, Jesus Christ. It's not exactly a ligma though. Blown queef stinker, like that's literally way too obvious. Like you gotta. I mean, it's kind of hard to like get into right now because I don't want to like get into the professorship of the art of the ligma because I've been doing that shit for a long time. I've been a troll and doing trolls and stuff for a while. I just spoke queef. I think I said it in French. Weirdly, you almost had it right. It's just Queef. Queef. There's no I in it. Just replace the I with an E. I mean, you pretty much had it right for the most part. I mean, I assumed that it was just like a weird autocorrect slash like being weird thing, and you're just like, ah, damn it, just combine the words and just get it out there. You know, kind of thing. I don't know. I just assumed otherwise. I mean, you would think in a weird way there would be an I in there, but yeah, there isn't though. Those 2 weeks, my bad. Don't worry about it. I know you're not purposely like misspelling shit. I will correct, be a grammar Nazi about shit, when it comes to different people, but I'm very selective about it. I don't care that much. I can infer enough. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, who cares? Plus, it's like super late / early in the morning, depending on how I want to look at it. Super late at night / early in the morning. Also, I probably might wrap this last little brewski up and then probably call it good for the rest of the little lovely evening. Got stuff to do tomorrow, a little business. Also, I need to make sure I get those, get the ticket for that show too. Not that I'm worried about it selling out, but I want to make sure and guarantee it, Sooner the better. Might even do that tonight right after I end this. And then after this, I would say watch more Cane Hill, but I already finished it last night. I'm just like, fuck. So awesome. And I was like, literally, in that last episode for that season, I was just like, oh my god, this is literally like peak. And there's no follow-up yet. We have to wait for the new season. I was literally like, motherfucker. I literally got butthurt when I saw that. I was like, shit. That ain't right. But you know what? Like, I'm okay with it, though. Like, it just guarantees that they're going to have another season, and they're just going to keep going with it for a little longer, and I'm just so happy about that. I wonder if they're going to, like, kind of pass the torch to Bobby a little bit more. Because they have been, in this season, kind of, in a weird way, like, making it, like, semi-Bobby-centric to an extent. Which I fucks with. I mean, I do love that. And also, we do kind of get to understand how, Hank, got into Aramco and how that happened and how he got to Saudi Arabia. Like, there was actually, like, answers, from the new Revival season that I even had. I'm like, how did he get to Aramco and all this? Like, he ain't with Strickland no more? Like, I mean, interesting things, obviously have developed, over that period. And I don't know, like, it's just, dude, out of all the shows and cartoons right now that have at least, ultimately have been genuinely, like, consistent in a sense of being good, Cane Hill's up there. Because I think that break was needed, and they also time jumped it in a way where it's like, it is of the modern time now. Like, they made it revive itself in a modern way, and that's kind of what it needed. South Park is kind of an exception, but things like Cane Hill, even fucking like Family Guy, honestly, and shit like this. Like it just needs to either just be done, or like should have done what King Hill did and just stop, and then time jump it later, then revive it, or something. I mean, because it seems like that is kind of not a bad thing as long as it keeps the OG people writing it. Because my judge is still like directly overseeing King Hill and keeping it to its original roots, despite it being new and modern and all that shit. I'm just like, fuck yeah. I still need to see Beavis and Butthead though. I still need to check out that new season at some point, or the new seasons about that. Just go on today, lady. I know, brother. I'm actually about to wrap it up because it's been going on for a while. Finish out some beers, smoke one more little toki, and I don't know, maybe you could rewatch the stream and see what's been going on. How about them apples, motherfucker? Oh, I need to reload a little bit, actually. So I guess you get to stick around with me a little longer. Are you good enough? Of course I am. Are you good enough? Because I am. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Take care, my friend. You ain't funny for real. That's cool in my book. I'm sure you think I'm a silly bean. Come on. Don't be like that. Hey, despite our disagreements, about certain things, I mean, who cares? You're cool with me. I'm cool with you. Like, we chill. Don't be like that. Come on now. You throw a funny thing out there sometimes. What, you don't think I do? Come on. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. You could have a better bow now. Come on. I am partially messing with you too, but I mean, a little bit of, serious, but mostly silly being. I mean, you can't take life that fucking seriously at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You can't take it that fucking seriously. You gotta be silly with it occasionally. Business be business, but be silly with life, You can't let business, just absorb everything about your nomenclature of life and then just fucking let it, make everything serious. I mean, you gotta have room for silliness. That makes you happy. I mean, I say silly in a broader sense of just being comedic, trying to make people laugh, being lighthearted. I don't mean silly and being like, I'm a clown. I mean silly in the sense of just trying to have a lighthearted mentality about things, make a joke about shit. Even if it is kind of a shock joke or a darker lean joke or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I have my take about it. I have my personal philosophy around it. You both silly. I know we are. That's why it's kind of a game recognized game. We gotta be lighthearted no matter what. I'm also not necessarily thinking too hard. I'm just letting my thinking be too out loud. Because I'm a rambly fuck. I like to ramble. But that's also why I like to do these. It's an outlet for that. It's a good little outlet for that sometimes. Where I don't get cut off too hard. But little jokes aside about though. I mean, it's legitimately kind of one of those things where I do let this be an outlet for my rambliness and let my brain just unleash your thought. Because I will say, if I were to literally unfiltered let my brain go out right now, it'd literally be smoking my last bowl, gonna have some food, gonna wrap this up, and then we're gonna have some food, And then we're gonna watch something, I don't know what, but we're watching some stuff and having some food. Because straight up, that is in my brain right now. Take care, my friend. Holler you next time. Of course, my friend. Let's save the last little gulp for when I finish this bowl. But if all that being said, Dud, that looks all good, buckaroos and all that good shit. So, little strawberry fuzz to wrap it up with. Nice. But with all that being said, regardless, peace is the fall count. And I shall see y'all in the next one. So, toodaloo, buckaroos.